Okay, I'm going to be honest, this took a lot more effort than I thought it was going to set it up. But here we are. So hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Sorry I was late on the drag. Just bringing up the chat now so I can chat to you lovely, lovely people. And see how we're doing. Now, first question, which won't mean anything to you because I can't see at the moment, because I'm just bringing it up. But I hope you can hear me because I'm not wearing a mic. It's just there because one of the complications I found was the size of the layout. Although it's a small O-gauge layout, it's still quite large. So hopefully you can hear me. If not, stand by and I'll sort it out as soon as I get myself sorted up. So just let me bring up the chat so I can hear all you lovely people, and we'll be there. Of course, if my computer will connect to the internet. Turn it on. Right, Wi-Fi is not on my laptop. Come on, please. Please have the Wi-Fi, because I need the Wi-Fi to talk to people. If I don't have the Wi-Fi, it's function and... I hate this computer. Really do. Turn Wi-Fi back on. Now, please. Why won't you connect to internet? I hate you. Alright, well, we're going to go... I'm totally blind at the moment. I'm hoping the computer will randomly reconnect to the internet for its own whatevers. But it's... just click on... troubleshoot that. Just talk amongst yourselves while it sits and works out who it is. I don't know. Turn it back on. Thank you. Right, hopefully now we'll be able to connect to the internet. Stupid, stupid technology. Anyway, hope everybody's well, hope everyone's fine. Hope stuff is going well in your world. Welcome back to school. And yeah, let's see if it will reconnect to this point. It won't reconnect to this point. Stupid, stupid thing. I might just restart the laptop, guys, in which case, stand by. Stupid, stupid computer. I hate technology. I do. Right, let's get a restart. I'll restart. The problem is this is a very old laptop and it's not really designed for doing any of this stuff. And it said it was ready, but it wasn't. So anyway, I can't respond to any of you because I can't see what you're saying. And so I don't even know if you're there. So this is an interesting one, isn't it? In the meantime though, here's Skull doing its own little thing. So I've got out our little Wissington model. Well, it's not Wissington, it's a Hudswell Clark, but I refer to it as Wissington. The main thing that confuses me about this layout is that the controller feels like it's the wrong way around. I twist the way that I think I should be slowing down to speed up, and that confuses the living whatever out of me. But there's a cobweb there. I have not run this in a while, but it does appear to all be half decent. I need to get some guys painted up for this loco. And there was the discussion absolutely donkeys ago about what we should name it, because there are various name options for it. I think it's a really nice little loco, this anyway. Very, very pretty. Probably should give the track a clean as well, because the track's not had a clean for a while. There we go. That's the laptop back land of the living. So there are some more O-gauge reviews to come, guys. That's something else. I have some more O-gauge locomotives. They're going to stay in their boxes until a bit later, and they will be revealed in a video on their own. For the time being, though, just good. That seems to work. It's my fiddle yard work. Yes. Oh, we have success. Many successes, in fact, which is very, very exciting indeed. We do like many successes. This is a great layout, an absolutely superb little layout. Is that? Got a mark on it there. An oily mark. Ugh. Over somewhere I had a piece of something I could use to clean that up. There we go. That's not very good, is it? Oily mark on the locomotive. In fact, the whole running board's got oily. It's very strange. I've never given this a service, so it's unlikely to be me. But there we go. Right, hopefully this time the laptop will have some interwebs and we will be able to persevere in a better move. There we go. That makes that look a bit better. Right. What is with you, you stupid, stupid computer? Bear with me, guys, while we work out what's wrong with it. Why will you not connect? Stupid, stupid system. Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop the stream while I work out why on earth this thing's not doing its thing. Or just talk amongst yourselves. Stupid thing. We don't know what's going on, doo-dah, doo-dah. We don't know why it won't work, doo-da-doo-dah day. Doo-da-doo-dah day. I've just... Sorry guys, why I just work out what's wrong with this. I have no idea. I hate this laptop. If I had another laptop, I would actually smash this up. Like, this thing is very close to getting completely and utterly destroyed. Because who knows what's going on? We don't know what's going on. I don't know why it wasn't. Won't resolving. It seems to think the wireless is turned off. Right, try that. Ah! There we go. Finally, back online. Brilliant. Sorry that's taken so long. I guess when it went in and out the bag, the turn itself off switch got turned on and off. Anyway, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's been a pain in the ass getting to this stage. Real pain in the backside. But there we go. Anyway, so we're here now. Pay attention, and now the pop-up chat can come out and I can see what's going on. Yay for that! Which is always exciting, isn't it, to actually see what's going on. I know, it's absolutely fascinating. I do hate this computer. That's something else to point out. So as I can actually see you guys again and actually see the chat, can you hear me? That's the first thing I want to go through, because I can see I'm doing the streamy thing now. Top chat, pop-out chat. There we go. It's done its thing and it's thinking. Live chat. Cool. Hi. That's the most thing. I don't know if anybody's actually paying attention. So, anybody there? Say hi. And okay, so some small technical issues have occurred here. Numerous of that was the fact that I thought I started streaming while I was sorting out the laptop, and I didn't. So the good news is that you haven't seen me be an idiot for a while, trying to sort out the laptop. Bad news is I've been talking to nobody for the last 20 minutes. So that's been a good start. I'm kind of not my greatest moment, to be honest. Not my greatest moment. Haven't done particularly well with being a person. So, yes, as I just said, it's been streaming for half an hour, but not to anybody. So I've had some laptop issues, so I'm getting on it to connect to the internet, so I've just been what I thought was streaming, but it wasn't actually streaming to anybody. It was just not discoverable. Yeah. So it's only now that the connections come through and the laptop's boosted up that I've got the text, and I was like, why is nobody watching? And then realised it's not live. So yeah, it's been quite good just talking to me. So I've had a lovely time. And I've talked about the engine, I've talked about what I'm doing, I've talked about the layout, and none of which any of you guys have heard. Right, first thing is, can you guys hear me okay? Because you may be able to see the microphone is there rather than on me. So hopefully it means I can get a wider shot. One of the reasons I'm delayed, well, there's many reasons I'm delayed, but one of the main reasons is this layout is a lot bigger than I remember it being. And although it's a tiny, tiny layout for O-Gauge, it's still absolutely massive. And that meant that normally having the camera over there, how I do these streams, so I can have the lead reaching me, I can't get the layout in and get it to me. We tried once before having the extension cable, and that seemed to give us all kinds of issues. So I've kind of ignored that for now. So yeah, I know I'm hidden behind the backstage scene. It's the layout is the main thing in this one. That's what we're talking about on this one. Is Skull, the layout. And for our enjoyment today, we have this wonderful little Ixion model, Hudswell Clark, which is very similar to Whittington. Now, this one you may remember, guys, from ages ago, where we did the first O-Gauge layout review, and I still haven't named it. So I haven't got up that far yet with a name for it or anything, so it's still there. Oh, look at that. Look at that for a crawl, he says, as it stalls. Now, I haven't cleaned the layout either. That's the other thing. Wait. Thank you. There we go. So the track could probably do the clean because it hasn't actually run since basically the Ginty review. But there we go. Now, I do have some more O-Gauge locomotives to share with you. They're not coming out yet. They are. There's a couple more, and there will be some more reviews coming out later. So yes. Anyway, if a glove pocket would be quite good. So hello everybody, and once again, if I miss your comments, do it again, and I will come back out, respond to them in the future. So yes, O-Gauge Mammal one. I played with them and I wasn't hugely impressed. They were a little bit too uncontrollable. I've always wanted an O-Gauge layout. I had the locomotive before I had the layout, and a friend of mine, as you probably know from watching the video, built this layout and then was selling it. It was one of the first O-Gauge layouts I played with, so I was really excited to take it on and have a play. So, the lamp is crooked. Oh, I'm going to turn this off because I just broke it. Broke the lamp. Ow, that's really hot. Why is that so hot? Ah! Because it's a light bulb, that's why. That's better, and then we do Here you go. That's probably why that's coming off there. I am not really sure what happened there at all. Needless to say, I think I broke the lamp. That bit should do up. There we go, that's fine. Probably won't electrocute me now. Watch for it to go bang. And bang. I'm not touching that anymore. I'm not touching that. It's fine. I fixed it. It's fine. It's straight. It's not falling apart. So that's fine. So yeah, here we go. No problems at all. Nothing bad happened. Everything happened as it should. All is well. Now, I didn't change the light bulb. I just replaced it. Anyway, the lamp will be a big feature of what's broken now. Yes. All the way from Southern Malta. FBI were very friendly. Turns out they're actually very misunderstood. Oops. Very misunderstood people. Point hasn't changed. And very friendly, very chatty, but I can't tell you what it was about, otherwise that'll have to kill me. Or they'll kill me, one of the two, not really sure. Better. So, yeah, lovely people. Oh yes, it's about true. The lamp was not being friendly. Didn't put a lampshade on. I don't think so. I would love the O-Gauge Terrier. I have wanted one since they were announced. I just never actually got around to getting one because, you know, they're expensive. But 1400 I also really want because they are gorgeous. Dave from Australia as well. And hello Steamy. Hello everyone. Could you show the dooryard if you're allowed? No. The amount of hassle it's been to set up the camera there, and it's there in some other video, yes, but not now. It took far too long to set this out. It's just no. We just had a power cut when he broke the lamp. Ooh, G gauge and T scale. That's the very different ends of this thing, isn't it? Oh, well, a lot of O gauge is builder, isn't it? I mean, a lot of this stuff you have to kind of build. That's kind of one of the nice things about O gauges. You can build a lot. Right, coming out now. There is a wagon that I recently acquired, and it needs repainting. Okay, so don't judge it too badly because it's horrendous. I think is the simple way of putting that. Can I still fit that into here? We don't know. It's going to be tight. Oh! Only just. Only just. It is very tight. Lovely. Yep, it does only just get through there. But that's fine. So, once again, I'm not late, you're early. Oh, well, I'm there. So, yeah, there we go. Right, let's take you in as well, and then that'll be the stock we have at the moment. Let's jump that into there, and then we can start moving stuff. There we go. Right, this is basically all the stock we've got to play with. So, that will be what it is. Right, so if anybody did want to do the donating thing, rather than it going to our great and lord and masters of YouTube, we have a PayPal link up today, and Trev should be around to keep track of anything that is donated by you lovely, lovely people. And as before, photos will be sent out. I have now got the pictures for the first bunch have come through, but now I need to get more photos for the next bunch of people. So that's something that's happening. But if you want to donate, use the PayPal link, because that means the money actually comes to us rather than YouTube taking a share for doing nothing in particular. And I'm sure YouTube are more than welcome to have a share of our money, but you know, just thinking if you'd like maybe YouTube not to take all the money, then we can do it like this. So I have no real plan for what we're going to do shunt-wise, apart from apart from just move some wagons around for a bit and just be generally amused by shunting around wagons, because that amuses me greatly. Thank you. Okay, we'll use your coupling then. There we go. And the vacuum brake hose on this wagon just make it so much harder to couple up than anything else. Ah, there we go. Fiddly. Fiddly, fiddly. Imagine an OKJ4 on this. There, so. Probably somebody can. Charles or somebody, do you want to pin the link? There we go. Nice. That'll do. Boop. Austerities are nice. An A4 would probably just about fit on the layout. I don't think I'll be able to do anything with it. There are a couple of custom 48 kits available, but there's nothing kind of more than that. It's an interesting little thing. Now, this layout, as it says on the blurb, is based on a what if a branch line had gone to a town of Skull, which is near Dis, which isn't actually that far away from me, so it's something I quite like, because it's a what if on a local line. Oh, vacuum pipes, you are such a pain. Why did I buy a wagon with vacuum pipes? That's fine, that's meant to be like that. It's fine. Nothing bad happened at all there. It's all meant to be like that. So yes. Who made the diorama, the layout? It was made by a friend of mine. Sorry, Solar Flow, if you don't have enough. Have you run a Bachman Thomas? No, never run a Bachman Thomas. Trev's work's done for the night. An A4 would fit, but that's about all it would do. It wouldn't kind of go anywhere. The Wissington thing is, well, the Hudswell Clark is absolutely perfect for this layout. Absolutely perfect. As you can see, it only just fits 2 wagons in the fiddle yard. If I use the Ginty, which I'll bring out later, it's not quite, just not quite doable. I'm pretty sure if I put 3 wagons on, this won't fit. I'm going to give it a try though, because I'm excited. It's amazing when I'm talking to you guys how little I'm thinking about what shunting move I'm going to try and do. There we go. Oh, 121 Bob will be really nice. Yeah, it's if you guys read Model Railway Wag, he's a chap called Colin French, and he's had a couple of micro layouts in O-Gauge published in there, and it's what he does are micro layouts. I don't think there's going to be enough room to fit this. There's not enough room to fit this. That's the end of the travel. I built a brass J68. That would fit. That would be very nice, Jason. Why aren't I running an A5? Because I don't have one, and you know full well I don't have one. It's a very nice layout. It's me with BTP. Oh, hello, Jim. It's a 1400 would be lovely on this layout. The light sticky thing is an uncoupler. It's got a little hook on the end of it, so I can do the chain link couplings on this. What's the PayPal for? Nothing particularly. Just if you want to help support the channel. It's just, I mean, if people want to donate to something, particularly if we want to go, you know, again towards the 48 and get the wheels sorted, then that's totally up to you guys. I mean, I'm all in favour of having another run for sorting out the 48, because it'd be lovely. We do have a plan for the 48 as well. That's the really exciting thing. There's one of our friends has come through with a possible idea, and I'm very excited for the possible idea. I'll give you a guest engine. Oh, thank you, Thomas. That'd be quite good. George from the Vintage Scratch on Facebook. Hello, George. It would be just the F4 wouldn't fit in. This would turn into an episode of What's Broken Now. Yeah, we haven't got a. Hasn't been a hugely successful thing so far. I do like this layout though. It's the chap Colin has built several of these small layouts. This one's been all over. I've got loads of plaques on the back, and I hope when we can start going out again, I can take this out and actually start exhibiting this layout, because I do like it. And it is a fun little thing to move locos and wagons around on. I've got a couple of friends who've got O-Gauge layout locos now, so I can have stuff visiting and things. So yes, Is it worth watching the first 10 minutes later? Possibly, because it's just me swearing at the laptop. Why won't it work? But, you know. So, nothing particularly unusual in that regard, just standard live stream failing to startness. I have seen some of the Chris Green stuff, just haven't seen that much of it. Automatic coal stokers, yeah. Do we have anything that automatic stoked? I don't think we had anything with automatic stokers. We had a couple of things that had coal pushers. I don't think we had anything that actually stoked the fire on its own, unless anybody knows otherwise, apart from a couple of oil burners. Don't think we did that. I don't think it was something we did. The Luxuriance of Pucks, I have no idea what it is. It was on eBay and it went very cheap and I bought it. The Trying Track? Possibly. Not sure it is. Hello HH Trains. Hello Rhiannon? George Green, how are your tractors? In the shed? Well, actually in the tent. Sitting there. Evening Ben. Didn't? Oh yes, there was one. There was one they modified an austerity tuft auto stoker. Yes. A couple of 9Fs. 9Fs would be quite big for this. I've played with automatic stokers when I was in Poland. They had an engine visiting from, it was a Skoda, I think, visiting from Slovakia, maybe? Slovenia, one of the two. Or maybe the Czech Republic. Maybe the Czech Republic, probably. And that had an automatic stoker. It just had a massive coal thread that chucked it in, and then it had steam jets that came into the firebox. So you could have the jet, the kind of the coal being thrown like that, and the steam jet would come in from the side and like direct it to where it needs to go. It was very interesting. So that's what that is. No, I bought this one off eBay. It's from www.railwayhobby.com, and I just wanted a nice one. So I think this is quite cool. Random Class 465. Yes, I have watched some of Chris Eden's stuff. When everything starts to have good money, you can buy a 1400. I don't know if it would fit. I do quite fancy like a rail car or something, just to trundle in and then trundle out again. But I do fancy a 1400 though. Yeah. What are we doing tonight? I fell into the live stream and know what's going on. I got no idea either. I haven't really decided what we're doing yet. It's just doing a live stream and chatting about what's going on, which is just what we do. A kind of a chat. So yeah. Oh, very nice, Samuel, having a 5-inch gauge A4. Any news on the thing that you may have bought? Oh, the thing that I may have bought. Yes, is the answer to that. There is news on it. But you'll have to wait for a video for that, I'm afraid. Which probably tells you all you need to know. Well, actually, that's, to be fair, that's probably what, if anyone wants to donate, it's probably what I'll put the money towards is the transporting said item. Which will be something that turns up on the channel in a bit, but transporting it has cost a fair amount of money. So if anybody does want to donate, that's what you'll go on to. Or the Ruston. But I think that's what I'll split anything. Any donations will probably go to the Ruston or to transporting the Thingnabob. Because the Thingnabob was a Thingnabob. The plan for this was to kind of shunt this stuff around. That's about as far as I went with the plan. Don't have a no gauge J94. They're very nice though. The 1400 net auto coach would be lovely, but they wouldn't go. They just wouldn't fit. Can I ask, is it a big thing? Yes, it's rather large. Again, it cost a small fortune to move it. Have you considered having a 7.25-inch gauge loco? Not really, because I don't have any way to put it or run it. I don't know what I'd do with it. I mean, I'd like one, but I just don't know what I'd do with it. It's an uncoupling hook made by railwayhobby.co.uk. I saw it on eBay and was like, this is good. You can try guessing it, but no, I won't tell you what it is. Only the people who were there for the live stream on Discord the other night will know what it is. And they are all being told to keep their mouth shut about what it is until it appears eventually on the channel. It will eventually appear. So, it does not currently. Nobody else knows about it apart from who was in the chat. So that's the answer to that. Lawrie, it's not rail related, no. The Hornby A2s are interesting from what I hear. Some people aren't very impressed with them. But there we go. It's just how they are. They look quite nice. I do fancy. They are one of my favourite engines because they're just such a terrible looking design compared to everything else that was available. You took the P2, which are undeniably pretty locomotives, and turned them into very, very ugly Pacifics. A wagon, and I have no idea how to pronounce that, David. Sorry, Dennis still used. Oh, nice. Did you buy a railway wagon? Nope. As I said, guys, you can ask, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, so I'll just ignore the questions of what it is. It is a deleted. Good, I think you remember, then that's what we'll say. Remind me in the week and you can borrow my rail car. Okay, just an O-gauge Ford rail. Oh, they're quite cool, aren't they? The little, yeah, that would be kind of cool. Hello, guys. So, I see what you're doing now. Very good, guys. Oh, you've been driving a 7¼ inch gauge over road today. That's nice. Yeah. The FBI just wanted to chat. Turns out, big fans of the channel. Who knew, right? Are you going to build a full layout? This is about as close as I can go to a full layout at the moment because I do not have the space for anything bigger. This is a... Oh, how on earth am I meant to couple that? One thing I've noticed as well is there is a massive difference on the size and the scale of coupling hooks and chains. Come on, in you go. Lovely. It's actually a lot easier to couple up a full-size locomotive. Who knew? So that's that. Yeah, Sam just doesn't seem to like Hornby stuff. Actually, no, Sam normally likes Hornby stuff, doesn't he? It's not meant to be a good model. Can you tell if I've got it yet? I don't have it, no. Dave used for the mid. Yes. It's one of the plans, Dave, is to go and take it to the MIDI and give it a run there. It's just being able to go to the MIDI and give it a run. So that's the plan. A railgun. Railguns would be fun. I have a lot of problem with lots of new ready to run stuff anyway. Lots of it's not perfect. I do like O-gauge. O-gauge is a lovely scale. If it happens, I was talking about going to it because I'd quite like to go to it because I do enjoy the Severn Valley Railway. But I'm still dubious to whether or not it will actually happen at this stage. We shall see. Oh, I coupled it up with that, that's why I can't uncouple it. We used the wrong, I was trying to uncouple the wrong thing. So, biggest locomotive I've driven is a 282 Tender Loco. Yeah, no, Sam doesn't seem to like Bachmann, does he? See you later, German Tanker. Have fun. Have you got anything in OO gauge recently? I've got the Hornby Peckett, which turned up by a good friend of mine, Edward, sent it to me for my birthday. HH trains. What's in Abbey Park in Leicester and it's called a Fowler? No idea. I have no idea what you're talking about that. I've seen the Coca-Cola. I don't know what. I saw this set for the Coca-Cola 06 and container wagon and box wagon, and I don't know why I wanted it. I was like, it's not prototypical, but it just looks nice. Hello, Tico360. Oh, hello, Parrot Place. Yes, how you doing? If I know what the little three-wheeler from the video about the battery. What my little three-wheeler truck is, that thing, Stephen. My Bagnall Lansing Tower. That's what I've got from it. Are you able to run American car on Hoy tracks? It depends on the gauge. If it's HO gauge, it'll run on 00. I know that a lot of American O gauge is 3-rail, so obviously that wouldn't run on this because it's 2-rail. But hello, Joe. You made a stream. You want to build have a Flying Scotsman display? There's lots of them. Travel to 29 for 299. Yes, it's an interesting engine, isn't it? I just have to go to a gala. What's it been running for? I don't know. I don't know, Robbie. It just looks. I don't know why I want it. It just looks nice. It's a nice set, but yeah, as I said, not prototypical and doesn't really make any sense to have it. So, okay, O-gauge used to be expensive, James. I mean, this was I can't remember, 200, slightly under 200. The Ginty was 120 second hand. Like, there's a lot of new stuff that's available, which is a lot cheaper than it used to be. You can get smaller engines and a small layout for not too much more than like the comparative of doing O gauge, double O gauge. But yeah, it's not. If it was too expensive, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I've enjoyed being able to play a little bit with it because it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. It's also just having the torch for uncoupling inside the fiddle yard here. The torch is brilliant. The blue Pullman is 900 quid. Ah, that's horrendous. Whoops. Oh, you've been here since the lamp. Ah, so I can't even keep my reputation intact for you. The truck you belong to someone else that you transported to someone else. What? I have no idea. I would like to. 7¼ inch gauge, 7.5 inch gauge is fun. It's just expensive. Yeah, to be fair, I mean the price of say the new Hornby A2, you basically get one of these, especially second hand. You'll get one of these, and frankly, it's not the perfect model, but it's a lovely runner, and you know I very much enjoy having it. So. You know, you get a lot more engine for your money, you know, certainly. And it's, generally speaking, the running characteristics, because they're bigger and heavier, the running characteristics are a lot better. I mean, you'd never get this kind of performance out of Double O, would you? It says as it stops. Thank you. The other thing from the video about Atlas. I don't know what other thing you're talking about. Yeah, the brand new 1400s are quite good money. Oh, I see, it's called Fowler. I was so confused, HH True. I was like, I had no idea. It can be just as expensive. Oh, some of the big models in O-gauge are stupid money. O-gauge could work out cheap because you can't store as much of it. Yeah, that's a fair point. What's the best way to build a train layout? Get a board and get some track and just have a go. 42 inch gauge is good and not that expensive. Well, yeah. Oh, the 3-wheel truck thing. I forgot we even did that. As far as I'm aware, was it a Lister? As far as I'm aware, it's doing well on the guy who I got Atlas off. Apparently, he's using it. At some point, we'll have to go and review it. But sorry, Alex, I completely forgot that was a thing. What's that sitting there going? What? Yeah, apparently he's using it and it's fine. So it's what it is. Yeah, I think he's using it. Honestly, once you've gone to 7¼ or 7, you just get a real one. Yeah, getting a real one was a very good move. I'm very happy with, well, good move apart from the fact, you know, it doesn't work. You look very tired. Thank you, Team Lotus. It's been a long day. Hello, Theo. 42 is about a metre. Hello from China. Nice. Is there any meaning between Atlas's name? Atlas was very strong because he held up the world, and I'm pretty sure that Atlas will be pretty strong. That's what the logic was from that. Brass ones can be over £6. Some of the O-gauge kind of plastic stuff isn't too bad at all. So yeah. The Lister Auto Trucks are strange things. They're quite cool. I don't think that's all bought at you. P. Okay. How much did the 48 cost when you bought? Not much. I am happy with the amount that I paid for it. Lorry drove on the main road. No idea. Chippers, what did Chippers ask? No idea. Huh. I drove on the main road, it held up the world. I see. Very clever board. How's the work coming on 7/4 inch? I don't know. I don't think he's actually... I think he's got distracted and started mucking around with something else, actually. I don't know if he's actually... I don't think he's painted the loco yet. Last time I chatted to him, he was clearing some track bed to extend the line, and then had another idea about extending it in a different direction. So, no idea. My kids kept losing. Wonderful, the hat. Thank you for sharing. Insane edit, stop the mid-suffer interview. Yeah, sure. It's whenever it's not necessarily whenever it's good to you, but yeah, drop me a message and we'll organise that. You say a real one, but anything that's small or big is real. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true, isn't it? I mean, there is something very different about actually having a full-sized loco, even whether it's the 2-foot gauge or standard gauge. It's something very pleasant, isn't there, about doing it properly. And having something that's why I like the Hornby 00 and the old stuff, because it's all got heritage to it. You know, I think that's quite nice. Oh, hello to the kids then. So my first encounter with the auto truck, familiar with this system, grandfather collects and restores stationary engines. Most of them run it. Oh, that's cool. If I could add any car to my glorious collection, what would it be? Anything. Don't know. Money, no object. Like, so I'd probably go say something ridiculous like a Countach, because I just think they're really cool and they're stupid money. But realistically, I quite like a Trabi. A Trabi would amuse me greatly. Anyone going to contribute to Lawrie's Ruston Wheel Fun Night? Yeah, let's do it. If anybody does fancy donating, we'll put it onto the Ruston's wheels. 'Cause there is a possible... a friend of mine has come forward with a possible idea which would be a plausible way forward, which means that theoretically if it happened we would be getting a good way towards making it happen, to get the wheels done. Have you ever driven anything today, fire engine starting with a side handle with fire crew at the side? No, I haven't, Samuel. Have you ever... spoke to them and we said we'd do something with the Ratty before lockdown, and that's about as far as it's gone, because that I would like a 2CV. 2CVs are cool. Not sure whether to this week or next week. Either or. Oh, the Mercedes, yeah, the Gullwing ones are really cool. The Ruston's still sat at the Mini. That's about as far as that goes. The oldest engine I've ever driven, 813. I think that's the oldest. No, not to weld up the wheels. It's I found a bogie that has the right size wheels, so I just need to find another one. But at least I know what they are now. If I can get the right size, now I know what the right size wheels are, we can hopefully find another suitable donor and just replace the wheels, which would be cheaper. I would like to be at 1 million subs. That would be pretty good. The DeLoreans are beautiful cars, but they're notoriously awful. I think they're pretty. And I think I know. Is that the what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. The coffee pot. I did see a status of it the other day. It's probably too expensive for me. Yes, my Ruston needs tyres. Is that an EC? Maybe. I don't know. It was a Lawrie, and I was like, that will do nicely. It's got a little start on the front of it, and what you meant to be. Does it say what it's meant to be in it? It does not say what it's meant to be. It is a Lawrie. It's just a Lawrie. There we go, put it back there. Yes, well, Trev should be watching, and Trev should be telling me if anybody does donate, and then we can kind of keep up with it and kind of celebrate like that. If people want to donate on the live chat, that's fine. It's just YouTube do take a fair amount of money out of it. Yes, Robin. Funny enough, I was talking to the railway about it the other day, and so hopefully, move locomotion number 1. I guess it's going to somewhere where more people will see it. Hi, Historic. Have you ever owned a Honda? Nope, I haven't owned a Honda full stop. What are your thoughts on Eastern Bloc vehicles? Oh, me and Trev just want so many stuff from there. I just want a Travi. That's my main thing. I want a Travi. Basically used the wheel sets of the bow, cut them in half and weld a sprocket in the middle. It was probably push the wheels off and push them onto mine. It's a Thornycroft. Okay. It's definitely not a Matador. I would like to own a proper lorry. I know a friend who knows a friend's mother used to work at Chinese Ironworks with the engines pretending to be... Okay. I don't have no idea. And yeah, but everything in the shed are quite good fun to drive. Like the MR2s drive nice, the NX even drives nice. Whereas the DeLoreans are horrendously underpowered. I mean, everything I think I own would outrun a DeLorean. They are not fast cars. They're slow to accelerate. They handle badly. Everything about a DeLorean is the fact it looks absolutely stunning. They just don't go very fast. Even Jupiter would outrun it. Only things that it probably would be faster than are the tractors and Humpty and Atlas. What happened to the 5MT Peckett? Oh, Mardy Monster. Not sure. Steam lorry or modern lorry? Not a modern lorry. I'd have like a vintage lorry, like from 80s backwards. Always have fancied a Sentinel though, because Sentinel would be magnificent. A fire engine would be quicker, yeah. I'm pretty sure DeLoreans don't fly in real life. Just throwing that out there. Oh, I forgot about 29426. Yeah, possibly, Gary. Possibly. Possibly not. Don't get out of here. Cheers, chat. Have you made attempts at doing a review of modern pilots in your area? I haven't yet because I've got a load of stuff lined up that's vintage. It's just getting around to it, you know, because of what's going on in the world at the moment. We haven't really got it. If you got your Gen 1 Optimus Prime, would you blast the 8? Oh god, yeah. That's all it would do. It would just play the Transformers theme, the Arrival to Earth theme, and the You've Got the Touch repeatedly. You've got the touch. You've got the power. That would be cool. I would just be very happy with that. Welcome to the electric vehicle that you rescued. Ago. Any updates? Anyway, Daniel, what's going on with that will be the next What's Broken Now. Thinking a large-scale traction engine. I wouldn't do a large scale. I would just have a traction engine. I wouldn't do a Model 1. I'd just have a traction engine if I could. The Leyland V4 Buffalo would be nice. You had loads in Malta. Future movies. What does it say about future movies? Yeah, the only people know the DeLorean exists is exactly because of that. It's a pretty car, but it's not good. Baldwin shouldn't fly. That's what we go with. Is that what they used in Back to the Future 3? Can't remember. So I want to come to the UK because it's expensive to come. Do you know when I recommend visiting? I love the rails. I don't know what best would be. When lockdown's over, that's a very big important thing. When the virus is gone, September is pretty good for galas normally. When we're normally operating, September is very good. Severn Valley does a good one. Great Centrals is good. West Somerset's is normally good. I don't know when Middleton do theirs or anything, but yeah, September's normally good. How long did it take Matt to close the glove book store on the Audi? It was pretty much as long as it was in the clip. It was that horrible moment of, oh god, please don't tell me you've broken it. Did you find a place in Australia that brands new replica balls and seasons through for stretch engine? Or kits? How much does that cost though, Red Tail Fox? That sounds very expensive. Let's do that. Oh, hello, Matthew. We're doing that. Give it time. I'm sure Musk will find a way. Hey, the horn is a great thing on Courage. That's your main way of actually getting it to do anything. Is to do that. And that's Super Trap and Lawrie singing "You've Got the Touch." I definitely want to do that as an album. I would sing that song so well. It would be really good. In terms of Gage, have you considered building some kits? Wagons? Yeah, there's a couple of kits I've seen of like the starter kits, particularly a tram and a couple of smaller locos that I really want to do, and so there's something that I will do at some point on the channel. Wagons, I've got a couple of wagons there to build. I just haven't got around to it because, you know, the shooting and editing videos takes time, so I haven't actually got them done yet. I want to kind of try and... I've got some more double O gauge locos to review. It's like 4 or 5 double O gauge locos to review for you. some videos of fixing stuff to review for you. 4 O-gauge locos. So there's a lot of stuff before I start kind of trying to do more projects. I want to kind of get the current content out of the way. Double-headed 9F and Tornado on my layout. Oh, nice, James. Hello, Gizmo. How you doing? Oh, I don't know. Just a Scammel. I'd like Scammels. The Transformers music was the movies Transformers, the new ones. It was Steve Jacketsky or something. I can't remember now. But yeah, it was quite good. Ever thought of owning wartime vehicles? Yeah, me and Matt talk about it all the times. Nope, haven't had any contact off the Battlefield line. Hello from New Zealand. In September. Oh, Charlie, yeah, it's fantastic. The riding Steam all through the night is fantastic. If it happens, when it's happened, I plan to do a video of 24 hours non-stop at the Severn Valley Rail and see how long we can go before we need to have some sleep. Steam monorails are beautiful but bumpy. I imagine. They say you have to contact them for a quote. Yes, I think that's probably the thing. I'm never going to get one, but curious as to how much they'd be. Ever been to a Dutch heritage line or museum? Yes, I have, but I can't remember what it was. A 14-inch Hunter would look nice on that. Yes, it would. Which Great Western Parade do you like more? I've always liked the large ones. I just think they're cracking engines. 41, I had a lot of fun on at Epinonga. A brass great one microphone. Oh, you should watch this. Oh, nice, Zach. Oh, hello, Kez. How you doing? Hope all is well over with you on the other side, and it's not too wet and miserable. And very much looking forward to getting over and seeing you. Oh, and Steve. Hi, Steve, as well. Hope to see you guys soon. Really want to get back out to you guys and do some more, because it was wonderful. 3 or 4 inch gauge traction engines are quite nice. Yeah, the reason I like stuff like railways and engines and old cars and stuff is I like the heritage, and I like the fact they're things that people have kind of got rid of and said, oh, this isn't worth anything anymore, this is kind of expired. And I like the concept of saving those things which are expired and bringing them back and kind of continuing to enjoy them. So, oh, I'd keep an eye out for another loco. If another one came up for the right price, I totally would get another loco. But I kind of feel that I do need to fix the 48 first. That's like my my main thing at the moment, is the 48 needs to be fixed. And then there's there's other locos I have my eye on, which at some point I would like to do, but it's whether or not they'll happen. The Apache War Hero. I've not heard a word for it, kids, but I know what the Apache is. Hello, Jeep or Land Rover. I quite like a Defender. I mean, they're terrible to go in, but they are quite good fun. Drop you down the Discord, take it for. Oh, okay, thank you very much. Steam monorails. I'll get the GT out in a minute. Yeah. I love your videos from Chris in New Zealand. Awesome, thank you very much. Well, that's why I like these things. I must say, it's why I like things like Double O, because it's a toy from yesterday that really should have been forgotten, and yet I really like the fact it's still around. That amuses me no end. I just think that's really nice. I think it's really cool that it still survives. So yeah, I saw 41. It was a Severn Valley Rail a couple of years ago. Oh, okay, I do remember it going. If you purchase another loco, it will probably be another diesel. That's what I've got my eye on, a diesel. So I'd love to do steam, but I don't have the money at the moment. Theo, I can pronounce Theo, so that's a good start. Helicopters would be fun. I have thought about getting a brake van for it. I've also thought about getting a tank wagon, or quite fancy having a Lomac or something that I could put a car or a tractor on, because that'd be quite nice. So yes. Where have I heard that before, Lawrie? Oh, I don't know, Thomas. I have no idea. Honestly, Kieran, it's the biggest problem I have is people have different usernames on Discord, on here, on YouTube, and in real life. It just confuses me. Just came from JM's live stream. Oh, didn't know he had one, but thank you for joining us from there. I've talked about getting another 48. I thought that'd be good. Oh, thanks, Ian. We were very lucky to drive it. It was wonderful, wasn't it? Pronounced Zichan. Zichan? Zichan, that will do. I'd love to have a steam engine. I'd love to own my own steam engine. They are just so expensive. They just eat money. And yeah. So, from Westminster, California. Sweet. Thank you very much. Would you have? Oh, I would love a Scarab. I've got a friend who's got one, and he's promised that I can drive it when he's finished it. I think they're so cool. Get an open wagon, a brake van, put Humpty on it. Yeah, that's what an open wagon would be fine, or just something I'd put a vehicle on, like trundle up and down like the 106. When you go back to the midi, Lawrie, what visiting locations do you want to see running there? I've done like Whittington's lovely. Don't get me wrong. I think Whittington is a cracking locomotive, but I've done it. I've got no real desire to have it back again. If I could buy any car from the BM range, what would it be? The most expensive one to immediately sell it and buy something that I actually like. Hello, Shipwright. If you got a box wagon, you could sleep in it. Make it the first camper wagon. Thought I'd mention an update. I've the one from the US Tourist Rail reopened. Oh, that's really cool. Be good to. Yeah, that'd be really cool, Mr. Northwest Ohio dude. Do you have an O-gauge brake van? Yes, I do. Somewhere. Oops, change the points. We do. Oh, James, of course it is. That's Dutch, isn't it? Yes, it's. I thought it was Belgianese rather than Dutch. Of course it was. I did enjoy being in. I can't pronounce it. Maldegem and Iklu Stormtrain. I think that's very good. Every surviving standard 48 is awesome. I don't think we've got enough track at the moment for all of them. It would be quite good fun. Tom, 45. I'd have a 56XX. A 56XX. I actually really like. They steam really nicely. They are a pain in the backside. To there we go. That's what I said. I thought it was Belgianese, not Dutch, but there we go. I was correct. Make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. As I said, Belgianese, not Dutch. Dutch is Holland. But I was like, okay, maybe the Belgianese call themselves Dutch. I was just quite happy to go with that. Clearly Belgianese. Oh, why wouldn't you couple up? You pain in the... There we go. Thank you. And how are we going to couple that up? Coupling. It's just so ridiculously difficult. It's unreal. Please don't push any more locomotive. That's not helping. Also, having the layout at this height does not help. Ow, come. Yes. Yes! Champion. This is a much more challenging than it looks. I do like the 2800s. 2800s are lovely. Camp wagons. That's kind of cool. Hello, Sam's Bygones. You interested in petrol stationary engines? Yeah, someone offered me one, and I'm going to take them up on the offer at some point. I just can't go and pick it up at the moment. Can you feel the difference between Holland and Belgium when you're on the highway? Can you? This is quite. The UK's pretty good. Did you steampunk out on Halloween? No, not really. I did a steampunk festival once when I was driving a steam engine. That's it. I do have a O-gauge brake van. It's just somewhere in the box over there, and the box is over there, and I'm here. Are the roads that different? You're not a proper driver if you don't know where to park if it's prep it. Oh, they are just... I've never driven a 56XX. I've only been a cleaner on one. And I remarked to the driver that I really was looking forward to having a day on it because they're just... I like them. I think they're nice engines. And he went, they're not, but if you got to oil them up. And I went, I know Great Western engines are awkward. And he went, you have no idea, and gave me the oil can. And I came out of it and was like, that was terrible. And then as a return they let me fire it for the day, and I had a lovely day. But I'd love to have a go on one, Tom, if you can arrange it at West Somerset. You know, not West Somerset, East Somerset, sorry. I would love to have a go on it. going to get another loco, sell the 08. If you were going to get another loco, I don't really want an 08. They're a bit big. So I'm from Holland or the Netherlands. And I was like, oh, hello, Tristan. So I had three Lincoln 00. I mean, it looks nice, but it's a pain. I would love a Sentinel steam wagon. Hello, James. I'd love to drive it, Keithley, if they would let me. Hello, Michael. How are you? Isn't there an enclave? That's quite possible, Sean. The border, when we were out there, the border is kind of non-existent. You could drive over it and you're like, oh, was that it? And they're like, it was so much, we were like, right, we're going to be like, we crossed the border. And I'm like, I think we crossed the border, but I'm not sure. Hello, Ashley. If you had to buy another loco, an 08 or an 09, I guess the 09, yeah, because it's faster. But yeah. Baby Longhorn, yeah, from Texas. The Invader of the Dutchies is it, fair enough. If you're going to visit the Netherlands, I reckon visit the Open Air Museum at Arthur. Got working trams on it, that's cool. What's your favourite mainline loco? Diesel or anything. So my favourite mainline loco is the V2 Green Arrow because I think it's awesome. Would you consider a 2-foot gauge steam loco low? They're not that much low cost, and also, like, depending on where you go, a lot of the railways I know of, they don't have steaming fees, so when it goes out of ticket, you've got to cover it yourself. Can you do some more shunting? Yeah, sure. That we can. I was meant to do it, and I got distracted talking about things. Yeah, very easy to get distracted about things, isn't it, by talking about what's going on and reading the chat. The problem is when I come around here to do the uncouple, I then might forget what I was doing and miss the conversation. Yeah, and I get carried away just reading the comments and that stuff. How are you? Back hurts from working? Oh, that's a shame. Sorry about that. I'm hoping to come to Steeple Grange. Hopefully, yeah. If we'll talk about a date and message. Very much looking forward to coming to Steeple Grange though. What's your favourite motorway services? Probably the Cambridge services on the A4. Well, it's not motorway, but it's near enough on the A14 because it's like I'm almost home at that stage. Keep bashing E2 and O gauge using Lionel Thomas's basis. Oh, okay. It's not the 08 though. It's the predecessor of the 08, but yeah, it's pretty much the 08 was for the NMS. Yeah. I like 13s, which are the ones when you've got a slave unit, I believe. Yeah, 13s are the slave unit. I think they're kind of cool when you've got a slave unit. I've got that still coupled. Oh, okay, we'll go pick that up. Change of plan. Back we go. Pick you up and do some shunting. I think got a coffee pot at Industrial Narrow Gauge. I do like them. They're quite good fun. Distracted by talking about things is a motto to live by. Yeah, it's a motto that I'm pretty good at. And maybe that will be my go on my gravestone. I'm busy. I've been distracted by talking about things. Come on. Get. I want you couple up. Alright. If I ever do build a O-gauge wagon, I am not putting vacuum pipes on it because they're such a pain in the backside. Oh, fuck. All you do is make my life a misery. Go on. Yeah. Today on LMM we watch an idiot attempt to couple a wagon. They're very difficult. I haven't put plates on the loco, no, I haven't done anything to it actually. This is the first time this has been run since it came out in the Ginty video to kind of compare the two of them. Class 13s are cool though, aren't they? I think they're very cool. Master and slave unit. Yeah, but it was a class, wasn't it? I know my least favourite. I stayed once, South Mims. I stayed there once as a lorry driver. Had to stay over there because he couldn't get home. That was grim. That was very, very grim. How good are you shunting with poles in real life? Getting pretty good. We used poles at Chatham. I haven't really used them before. I normally went in between. Whereas now I'm just like, ka-dang! I really enjoy shunting with poles now. I love the tagline the other day, element entertaining but useless. But it's kind of us, isn't it? We are. Oh my god, son. Hello people, worship me. What? When you say people, it's this poor bloke stood here. Come on, off you go. This one bloke here, he's been like, no, come back. Then for his entire existence. And then just several sheep. Several sheep. So, Trev, yeah, Trev, has anybody done the donation, Trev? That's the question, assuming Trev's about. Heritage Rail, doing a hanging rail within the city. I've thought about it, I just don't really, maybe at some point. California. Oh, I'd love to see the big boy running. I would like to. Oh yeah, no, I got my HGV. Well, I got my HGV license to drive Jupiter, and then was like, oh, I can actually go make money on this. Thank you very much, Rob. That's very kind of you. I'm assuming Trev will be here somewhere eventually. There we go. A four-wheel coach would look lovely in this. It really would. I have no idea what Lux stands for. That was a coach on eBay. Van on eBay, and it was pretty cheap. I think it's 10 quid. I just put a bid on it, being like, I can repaint that, and I won it. I was like, brilliant. Now I've got a van now, because otherwise I just had wagons. Yeah, so it makes a bit of a difference. I missed a lot of comments. If the Seven Valley runs, yes, I'll go see the Saints. If you ever find your way to Netherlands, going to recommend them. Do you really? Okay. Trev says something about I'll be back, which suggests I assume you'll be back in a bit. Do you need to clean the model track? I just use a track rubber. That's all I use normally to clean this, although this hasn't been cleaned. This is just as it was from storage straight on to being used, and it seems to be rather wonderful, doesn't it? I'm broke, but look what I bought. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Planning on making it on Austrian, German. Oh, they're kind of cool. So you go. Oh, that's an Posen. I'm disappointed by it anyway. I feel sorry. Shunting poles. Once you get the hang of the shunting pole, they're fine. The sheep were people that used to live here, but they look sick of them and curse them. I like that. I quite like the pre-grouping carriages. I fancy one to kind of go with my midi-ish train set. I've got a set of midi stuff and a proper four-wheel coach. I mean, to be honest, the four-wheel coaches have been something that haven't been modelled properly for donkeys or ever. So I'm really excited to that. I don't know what I'm going to repaint it into. I just probably BR or something, so I can get around with using different stuff. I haven't really got that far with it yet. Oh, thank you very much, Shipwright. That's very kind of you. When did your car test? Oh yeah. When I was 17. So 24 years ago. Is that right? Whenever I did, I passed. Yes, I passed first time. And my HGV, I've had, well, almost 5 years, I guess, because I've had it as long as I've had Jupes. Because I got Jupiter and then did my test. And yes, I passed that. I got one minor on my HGV test. I was annoyed about that. And then on my trailer test, when I did my car and trailer, so I can drive the van and the trailer, I got no minors. I got a perfect test, and I'm very, very, very happy with that. I'm surprised we haven't had a technical fault yet. Well, apart from the fact I was talking to the camera and not live for like 20 minutes, that's a fairly massive technical fault, isn't it? Hondas are pretty good. Well, I think Toyotas are the truly unkillable ones. I have a high opinion of Toyotas. 24 years ago, something like that. As those of you who have heard me on the radio know, I cannot do maths. Apparently I am much older on the radio than I am in real life by a factor of 10 years, which everybody else finds hilarious, and I find not so hilarious. Come on, coupling hook. Oh! I'm going to fit everything with KD couplers because this annoys me so much. Come on. Off. Oh! Where's Whittington's coupler? Come on. Ready. Hook it. No, wrong bit. There we go. Better chain on there. There, much better. Much, much better. Ah, scratchy, 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 scratchy. You keep adding 10 years onto my age. Yeah, well, it's fine. Must be found on the channel. Well, no, I bypassed without my mind. It was great. I was chatting to it was a lady instructor, examiner, and it's kind of chatting about why I wanted my trade license. Oh, I've got some old tractors, I want to move them around, so I can take them to shows. And she was like, oh, I've got one. And we started chatting about old tractors, and that was basically the test. I agree, Matthew. That would be a wonderful idea. That's a brilliant, Josh. That's brilliant. I like that very much. Toyota will definitely get you back. I need a tractor license to drive the... really? Do you really need a tractor license for that? Fair enough. Mass is a bit of touch. Okay, no mass, no problem. Yeah, that tells me that. Is that a postbox on the platform? Yep. Yeah, because, I mean, back in the day, it's kind of a good place to put it, isn't it? At Bridgnorth Kidderminster, there's a pub at each station. Yeah, the one at Bridgnorth is actually quite cool. I've been there several times. Hello, little conman and friends. Did I miss the total on the PayPal? No, because nobody's told me. Again, I'm sure Trev will log back on in a minute and tell us what the answer are. Taliclin and Middleton are the regional preserve routes, and I've driven at both, and that makes me very happy. Someone asked me if one of his personal vehicles didn't actually move anywhere. What? Okay. The tractor, you can get a tractor license in the UK a year younger than you can get a car. That's all I know. There's one across the road which does better food. Oh, okay, I did not know that. Do you have to drive through a town city, or is it just instead? We went from where the test centre is, out over the bridge on the dual carriageway, into another town that I know quite well. Drove on a fairly easy route around there, stopped on a hill, and then turned around and carried on and went back. That's all we did really. There was the personally think the Mark IV Supra is the most overrated car. No, the Mark V is more overrated, I think. I still think the Mark IV is pretty special, but probably it probably is overrated. Are you going to do a tracked vehicle test? No, because I don't have a tracked vehicle yet. I don't know. I don't know the tractor test. So I know you can get your tractor provisional and drive a tractor at 16, whereas you can't drive a car. You can still. There's still plenty of roles you can do as a volunteer, though. Soda flubs. Tractor on the road only at 17. I thought you could do it earlier. I thought you could do it. Next time you do a stream, give a shout ahead and I'll knock off your socks off. Call me between paydays. We do streams every other week at the moment during the UK lockdown to kind of give people something to do and kind of this sense of community, because we're all very big on the set. So thank you very much, Shipwright. That would be very nice. And if you do, dear Shipwright, consider using the PayPal one, because then then YouTube doesn't take a cut out of it, and then we can use all of the monies and all that. We can assure as a tractor or a lorry, the tractor is much cheaper for an MOT. That's probably a good idea. May I have the cheapest scale? I have no idea. I think they're just sitting here. Barons, no, that's about too many things. Looks like you've got no go. It is working, yeah. Hey, Real Sponge. Does everyone like this video? No idea. Is this the diorama for Lawrie Goes Loco? Diorama for Lawrie Goes Little Loco. Yes, it's the little one that turns up every now and again. One couple. Reverse you up. And stick that in. We'll just shunt this in. I missed stuff, I wasn't paying attention. If you get down here, I can arrange your review a truck or two for a museum. That would be really cool, Redtail. So it's on our dream list to do. The stream schedule, remember, all week is anymore. It's normally on the Discord. If you're part of the Discord, it's normally on there. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. If any of you guys want to be part of our Patreon team and support us on Patreon, it's £1 a month. But we got sent some snacks from America. So in an upcoming Patreon video, you'll get to see me, Morgan and Matt try American snacks and see what we think of things we've never eaten before. So that's something to look forward to. So that's something for the Patreon, the Patreonees. So yes, again, at some point, At some point, probably, Trev will give us a running total on the PayPal, which would be really good if Trev was paying attention. Thank you very much, Steam Traction. That's very kind of you. Again, if Trev would mind coming back and telling me what's going on, that would be lovely. So, you do... That's like... Oh, see you later, Theo. Okay, do any Lionel? I don't have any Lionel. Thank you, park there. Cadcrews F's. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, thank you very much, MBX. That's very kind of you. That's what I thought. Or whatever your name is, Squadron Course. That's what I thought. Only 17s who can drive tractors but old enough to drive cars. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, as Sean said, Soda Fluffs, there's lots you can do at a heritage railway. It's not just driving. A long time ago, so you go. Oh, yes, I do, and they're still lined up to be released. So that's what it is. Trevor's gone. Only I remain. Matt. Okay, Matt, can you access the PayPal account that Trev set up to find out what the running total is? Because that would be lovely to work out what people have donated. You know, that's kind of an important part of him being here. But hello, Matt, and welcome to the stream. Is Lionel the best O-gauge on the market? There's lots that's on the market, which is pretty good. Are you guys LMM are the best of our heart and souls and keeping everyone so well? I'm pleased to hear that, Soda Flop, so I'm glad that we're helping. Cool. Cheers, Matt. Find out what's happening with the electric tug. You'll find out in the next What's Broken Now, which should be this Thursday's video. Yeah, we don't really... Lionel isn't a thing over here. Or at least it's not a thing that we can readily get hold of. It's probably off eBay and things, but it's not. It's just not a brand over here. Just like Hornby isn't really with you guys, I think. Clickety points. I love this. Yeah, we don't really do 3-rail over here anymore. You know, as you can see, this is a 2-rail layout, and 3-rail, apart from 00, which isn't, you know, they haven't made anything since like the end of the 60s. Like 00, 3-rail isn't really used over here. I'm the only person I know that kind of frequently runs 00. I don't think I know anybody else who actually repeatedly does it. A couple. Okay. So yeah. Ace trains we don't have either. If you buy some Mats and pizza pie, you might. Well, maybe. Lionel's most popular gauge in the market. Yeah, well, we have very different things in the UX. Because I mean, you've got loads of manufacturers that we don't have, and equally we've got several that you don't have because it's different markets, isn't it? Favourite pre-grouping livery? Great Eastern. I've often thought about buying a milk float, but they seem to be getting more expensive again. And also, by the time normally they come to be sold, the batteries are knackered in them. Oh, I know, the SD40s. Yeah, the SD40s are cool. There's quite a few people who are into their, like, singers who are, you know, pop star people who are into them railways. What do you think of the modern... I haven't really seen the modern Hornby Dubbo, so I've got no idea. The Ginty, you should try Hasselslag from the Netherlands. What is a Hasselslag? Is that the place? Thompson hated Gresley. I think that's the simple thing to go from there. The P2s weren't good engines. They were designed for a route. They were very heavy on coal and water. They were non-standard, so they were a pain in the backside to work from. So he turned them into Pacifics and made them better, basically. That's what they are. They were better engines, and they kind of became the basis for for a further A2s which got built. So yeah, that's why it is. He made them better. The points are solenoids. Yeah, they are. I think so. They are the standard point motor flickety flicketies, and the ones at the Fiddle Yard are the same. I keep laughing at JM when you went to collect the Dodge. That was fun. I think the best thing ever was his reaction when I showed him the picture of the floor, because he'd said, "Oh, the floor's a bit soft." I was like, it's probably fine. And then he'd, yeah. Helgen makes some good stuff. I've got some friends who've got some Helgen no gauge, and they're quite nice. Milk floats are expensive. Are they that much, Ben? Wow. Oh, don't you still run 003 well? It's good work. Oh, see you later, Tico. Goodbye and have a good day. Chocolate sprinkles. Oh, nice. Do you think that any of the new generation electric cars will become classics? No. I don't think so. I don't know. Probably, I don't see them surviving because they're not really something that you can tinker with and keep going. So I don't think so. Oh, Pete Waterman's got a lot of stuff. The P2 was only ever used on the line to Aberdeen. That's what because they had the double head, I think, because it was quite steeply gradiented. So they built the P2s to just charge through it. Oh, yes, you're right, aren't you? Right, there is. I have seen some of their models. It sounds like the loco you just talked about needed. Yeah, more or less. I think it was basically saying things. The big boy is just we needed one big engine. Haven't Gresley changed Thompson's trains? No. Gresley was before Thompson, and Thompson rebuilt several of Gresley's engines, including the first A1. It's a lovely layout, though, isn't it? If you had the money, need your I can't get the text to get in because it's there, but I can, and then I can't tell you what it is, can I, on the stream? But oh well, I'll just have to wait for Trev to come back and be able to give the total. You see. Oh God, he did break bread. Didn't he? Opened the window and broke it. Run the Ginty. Yeah, I can open the Ginty. I can get the Ginty out. The A2/2s were better locomotives than the P2s were. They're hideous, but they worked, and then they became the prototype. Then carried on the design and built more like it, I think. What about the Great Northern? Was it Northern Pacific? The Great Northern was the first A1 that was built for the Great Northern, and the same class as the Flying Scotsman. And Thompson rebuilt it into something new. Oh yeah, JM was not impressed with the 48 when it turned up. The lithium mining is terrible. It's one of the reasons I don't like electric cars. The P2 is the P2 is the most powerful express locomotive. Then the Great Bear. Then the Princess Coronations or the cities, the Duchesses. Thank you very much for sending to the PayPal Real Sponge. That's very kind of you. I can't send it. Oh, but Matt could send a message to Trevor and explain to him to get on. Not the the B ones weren't bad though. Just message Trevor. It's the same issue. You can't check the total without a code from you. Give me a second so I can log him on. Right. Can I? I don't think I can actually. Oh, I can. I can do this. The stream might. Matt, I just messaged Trev with the number. There, Matt, I sent the stream the number to Trev, so now you've got it, because I knew that would stop it. So as soon as you touch the phone to be able to go on to something else, it pauses the stream. But now Trev should have the code to be able to check the PayPal to see what people have been donated, and then I can say thank you. That's the plan. So there we go. Should I say all my template? Anyway, I've missed a lot. So the one of the A2s was basically a V2 as a Pacific. I get very confused because there are multiple A1s, multiple versions of A1s, and multiple A2s, and I get very, very confused to what they all are. But some of them were basically the V2s, but in Pacific form, because reasons. I never really understood why. Out you come. Out you come. I hate this box. There we go. Do that. Put that there. Take the lid. And Ginter. Do like a Ginter. It's a snug fix in its box. Right, so that's disconnected. Right, around the Hudswell Clark out, throw the point and chuck it into the fill yard. And there is just enough space to chuck this in on the same line. There we go. Anyway, hi. What have I missed? This is O gauge. It's huge. My favourite thing about it is it's massive. It's just massive. So there we go. I love O gauge. Now the big problem with moving on to the Ginty over anything else is it's bigger, so it does limit what I can shunt a little bit more. Because it's the whiskey is significantly smaller. But it does just about get around the layout. Now I believe that I've been told, I think I've been invited to a model railway exhibition if it happens. So if it does happen, I will give you guys the details so people can come say hello and see, hopefully, Skull in real life. Which would be really cool. I really want to take this to some exhibitions. Thompson A1, Grizzly A1, Peppercorn A1. Yes. Couldn't stand it past now. It was meant to be called the what are they going to call it? They called it after the mountain range, weren't they? And then they decided someone chalked Big Boy on it and it kind of stuck. Do you know what's bigger than O gauge? King scale, isn't it? What they call it. Thompson had some ideas, but if Thompson hadn't been so anti-Gresley, I think he might have done better. But he did seem to be kind of... Did he really? This is an O gauge micro layout. Yes, it is. Oh, it's great, isn't it? I love it. I love so much of this layout. One of my favourite things is I love the postbox, the sheep that's just randomly on the platform, the seagull there, the van, the chappie there. I love this building because it's very MIDI. The fact that he's just abandoned the suitcase and the sat barrow there. It's just a wonderfully abandoned thing, and then there's the seagull just there as well, about to take off. I love this very much. I think it's great though. Very, very proud to have it. So yes, I reckon it would actually take it quite well. Alex, I think it would look quite nice photographs. Can just about make it work. With a bit of grain and a bit of effect on, you might lose the fact that it's a model. But yeah, hopefully, as I said, hopefully we'll be able to take this out to some shows in the year, and people will be able to see it. What was his problem with Gresley? Didn't like a lot of what Gresley did. Well, the problem with BR, they had companies with different ways of doing stuff, and standardised made a lot of sense, didn't it? Hello, JPM. I'd probably not go to Wally just because it seems silly, unless things have 100% cleared up, which seems unlikely, to go into an indoor space with a lot of other people. Like going to a smaller exhibition I'm all happy for, but a big exhibition seems like it's pushing one's luck somewhat. Outdoor places I'm quite happy with, and a smaller model railway exhibition, but I'm not sure. UK made its own thing up. Oh, it's gauge 1, isn't it? Then King's scale is gauge 3, isn't it? I think. I can't remember. Oh, to be honest, like having the layout and having it finished, it's lovely. I like having a finished layout and be able to just shunt around and enjoy it. It's lovely. Oh, and there's also, I don't know if you can see, there's a little rabbit or a hare just hiding there in the corner, and I love the fact the buffer stops. I'll just sleep as at the end of the rail. It's very Mid-Suffolk. I mean, it's the right area for Mid-Suffolk as well, which for me is wonderful. This is a truly great model. Dapol did a great job with this. Stanier and Gresley, I think, got on quite. South Africa again. Hello, Bruce. Well, at least you join us. It's good. Better than missing the stream, eh? how much would a nice like this cost, including? I can't remember what I paid for this now. I think I paid £100 for the layout. I don't think it was that expensive, but it didn't have that. That was like 20 quid. The Loco, I think I paid 120, 130 for the Ginty. Something like that. Engaged, but Lawrie's a long way away. Okay. Yes, they're meant to be the whatever they are, Water Mountains, but they weren't. Trevor's around, but I blame him for your Hot Wheels collection. Brilliant. I know a book will release about Thompson. A lot is research, but I'm the author. Oh, that's kind of cool. Elena had 163 different boilers for the Locos. Really? Damn. Stanley was a great yes before he went to the LMS, and then Riddles then kind of took a lot from the LMS. I don't know what Gauge 2 was. This layout is actually based on the what would have been the LNER. It's based in from East Anglia. It's just I happen to have a Great Western lorry because I found it, and I happen to have a Great Western van for it. But yeah, it's based on Skull. Skull's a place. It doesn't stand for anything. It's just a place. I don't have an 08. I do quite like the idea. Couple you up, you pain in the backside. Oh, I hate vacuum pipes. Why did I have vacuum pipes? The next engine that I get will not have vacuum pipes. Ah! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Okay, fine. Come on. Fine. Don't couple up then. See if I care. You can just stay there forever. Fine. We shall get... I can't even see where the Poxy Ginty's coupling is. It's got the... Come on. Thank you. There we go. Ow! Come on. Nope. Yes. No. Yes. Oh! Giving you more of a... Hate. So much hatred. Duo gauge, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You'll be able to couple everything up, they said. That's not the way to make that work, but I made it work. Anyway, Sutton had some cool stuff. Anyway. Here we go. Back we go. There we go. I have seen Dapper Sentinels. They're quite cool. And they are very good value for money. I think one would look very good on this layout, personally. I've seen some Gauge 3 stuff, but yeah, it's not very common, is it? Probably wants to hear some strange locations, places like Yorkley's Knob, Humpy Bong, and Mount Buckery. Are they real places? I don't know if you've just got me to say rude words out, or if they're actually real places, but I hope they are real places, because that tickles me intently. Come on. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Bullet Pacific could probably do the ton. I don't think they'll do much more, but they'll do the ton. I don't have an 08, no. So the gay ones must be... I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I kind of think that the second P2 Trust should turn those into a Thompson engine, because the P2's being done. So... do you think you'll get around to installing sound in the layout? No. Sound isn't very good on steam engines in model form. It just doesn't ever sound right. The steam engine's too organic for it to ever really sound right. I've seen lots of people who post videos of their steam engines fitted with sound, and you're sitting there going, but the wheels are going round and you're not an exhaust, and it's going chuff 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 chuff. You know, but you should have 4 beats per revolution, and it's going chuff 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 chuff. It's not right, and it annoys me hugely. So no, sound is very difficult. And if you put sound onto a steam engine, then you really want smoke as well. So I'm content just to have it moving around without it. I'm just kind of have it in my head and pretend, rather than have the wrong sound that just annoys me, basically. Love from Peter's head. Oh, I see. The Americans would have found that funny. Have you ever banned someone from a stream or silenced them? Not personally. I have a model of Thomas the Tank Engine. Oh, I've got a Thomas, yeah. I watched the first 10 minutes and all you see is Lawrie singing to himself. Brilliant. Oh yes, because the stream was live, it just wasn't public, yes. They decided nuclear trains were a bad idea. Yeah. Thomas only rebuilt 13 Chrysler Locos in the first batch B1s and coaches up. He built converting more, didn't he, than that? He did the 6. He did all the B17s got rebuilt into B2, so there's got to be more than 13. 13 classes, maybe, yeah. There's some good DC sound systems, smaller trains. The lack of exhaust is notable. It just sounds. They always sound weird. Hornby's live stream models were very because they were very hard to control and they didn't sell very well. Is the simple answer. What engine railway is the hardest thing you've coupled up, Lawrie? I recall the MIDI driver. Coupling up anything to a Mark 1 is a pain in the backside because you've got the corridor in the way. Yeah, I hate coupling up to Mark 1s, it's a pain. Looking forward to the E2 110 project. The what? Have you tried a US loco on your layout? I have. Do you like the Eddie Stobart trailer? What, are the film or what? All the B-17s got turned into them. What's your favourite type of coach? I don't know. Do you think get the O-gauge big boy on here? Probably get the tender. Very well, thank you, Braxton. Is Egg and Bacon Bay a thing? Mount Disappointment is fantastic. I want to go there. Nowhere else I'll go. I have skied when I was in America. I skied in Purgatory. Oh, I love the fact that I skied in Purgatory. That made me very happy. And in the Dales, you've got Great Fry Up. I went to Great Fry Up. I like that. Oh, the 2P1s. Yeah, they were an interesting loco, weren't they? I think there's only... Really? I thought there were quite a few B2s. I thought it was quite a big thing. A couple of live steam engines, problem with controlling them. Yes, that's what I hear. With a current DCC control, that'd be interesting. Pisspot Creek in Tasmania, that's also fantastic. Short goes boating. To be fair, we've got a couple of boats lined up on the channel, so that would be quite good. I've never driven an American truck, no. England, there's great snoring and little snoring, that's quite good. Got the Eddie Stobart train set. Oh, train set. Oops, didn't change the point. Eddie Stobart train set. Oh, you understand now. Did Eddie Stobart do stuff like that? I don't really remember if they ever did. Come on. Uncouple. Thank you. You can go there. And you can come out because this makes sense to dump this into here. So, yes. Try coupling up a dual brake Mark 1 and tender that's also dual brake to steam heat and back. Oh, Alfie, no. Thank you. I've done it. Not done dual brakes onto it. I've only done vacuum steam heat to Mark 1 behind steam engine and it's unpleasant. But I can imagine if you've got the air brake on it, it's even worse. Favourite British engines, the American SW types. One got itself stuck in a tunnel. What? Someone talking about making Big Bertha. No, making Big Bertha would not be viable. It's it's too big. It's not. Big Bertha is, as far as I understand it, basically had full forward and full backwards, and that's what it did. It just went fum and stalled uphill, and that was it. Have I ever driven electric? Only batteries. I've never driven an electric overhead. Lawrie, so we need to make a list of all locations you need to visit, so you can just say you've been there. Yeah, I think so. This is the Ginty. I don't think anybody does an E2 tank ready to run these days. can see Mount Mistake from my house. What a fantastic name. Some of the stuff in New Zealand had wonderful names as well, which really amused me greatly. So I like to see that Oz has got some similar wonderfully naming things going on. Have you heard of Keris? Oh yeah, it's very sad it closed, isn't it? Have you seen 6029? Can't remember off the top of my head, honestly. I'm not saying that, Sean, but that's a good name. In Small Ben build. I have no idea. There's been a lot of new builds proposed, and lots of them didn't happen. Food batteries can have. I'll bring a couple of car batteries. We'll see how far it goes. It's also, again, it's not an engine that it was designed to do a short run. It's not a engine that's designed to actually kind of go for a run doing anything. I love this engine. This is an absolutely phenomenal engine. Apart from the fact that I'm now going to really struggle to couple it up. You can see how tight it is because it slows down on this curve. This is about as small as you can go in O-gauge, really, and have a set of points in it. Anything kind of smaller than this just becomes almost impossible to look after and run. Oops. 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 Come on, come on. Couple we up. Couple us up. There we go. Wonderful. Plumph. I like plumph. I like that. Oh, the big Garrett. The big Garrett is very cool. There are a couple of 3-rail British engines, but they're again quite difficult to hold of. Have you got the Model Lawrie Scania Volvo, the best? Got the Model Lawrie Scania Volvo? Scania. I like Scanias. The biggest bay Garretts, and there were 484s, but they're quite big. There's no point in doing an E2. The E2 is a fairly pointless local. We have lots of little engines in preservation. There's no reason for another little engine, particularly one that wasn't very good. Oh really? I haven't seen the Siemens Taurus locos. I haven't seen them do anything. The problem with there's a lot of new builds. The problem with all the new builds is that there's only one pot of money, and there's a lot of them now that all want out that pot of money. So, you know. What other O-gauge locos do you have in this 11040? There is a 4-wheeler. In fact, there's 2 4-wheelers. Glad to see you're still streaming. I'm just sitting down to start weathering a G-scale gondola car. Nice! The 10B2s. There we go. Get a Lionel O-gauge Thomas series and kickbash a new body. That works. Is that actually a place, Bruce Balloon? I hope that's a place, because that sounds amazing. Mount Blowhard as well. I like that. If you had more room, you could use Shunt Run to make a company. If I had more room, I could just have a bigger layout. Okay, fair enough. Did not know, Brandon. The baby Deltic would be quite cool, yeah. I'm doing a choose your own adventure project. Do you want to be part? I mean, I've looked, yeah, maybe. I look up to it, but American. Oh yes, kids. Yes, I forgot. Yes, yeah, because it's yeomen use it, don't they? They use it in their yard. Yeah, yes, it did. It went. Yeah, I don't know how it happened. Yeah, I completely forgot that was a thing because it hit with the cab, didn't it? They look so weird having buffers and chains on them as well. They just look very strange. Can you please reveal one on the stream? No. Nope, they will wait for a video. Oh, lighting desk. A smashed head in Buffalo Jump. There are some wonderful names of place, doesn't they? Have you got a favourite train? I've got a favourite loco, and that's 294266. Dave, in order to find it, I will need to move several boxes, and so probably not, because it's buried under many, many things. That's honestly the thing with that. I love this layout so much. It's wonderful. Oops. Oops. Oh, why do you have silly... There we go. I'm sad to see the HSTs go, but they've been around for a while, so you know. But Pacers are well overdue replacements. I don't hate Pacers. They did a job well, but I don't think we need as many of them as in preservation. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Can you show us the full layout? This is the full layout. I'm not moving the camera around there because it's plugged in and it's too much hassle. So that's in a future video. We'll do a proper look at Skull. So no. I heard they were going to change it, and then I thought they cancelled the vote to change it because they realised they won't get any tourist traffic coming through. It's a Western brake van. Oh, I did see that idea. I thought that was quite a cool idea to convert some of them around. Ouch! Punched the layout and it hurt. There are a couple of preserved HSTs now. Your sweet pea, did you bump start at the end? We started it. It was indeed started somehow. Right. Come on. And I'm not saying that the diesel that was seen in the background was a part of it at all. Yeah, the prototype's there, isn't it? Sweet pea is lovely. Turns out the isolation on this layout actually works really well. Light on. Oh. 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 I'm going to just put magnets on this and fit it all to be epoxy magnets rather than this stupid system. Stupid coupling system. Why on earth would anybody want couplings to work like this? It's utterly, utterly ridiculous. Why on earth? There we go. Why did I have so much trouble setting that up? I have no idea. Anyway, I like music. I like particularly rock music. My jam. I've never attempted to do this shunt before. I'm quite amused by it. Is it going to leave enough room for the Ginty to get out? We don't know, that's the question. I thought I disconnected you. There is enough room for the gin to get out. I am amused by this shunting thing. Big country is cool. In a big country, dreams stay with you like a lover's voice past the mountainside. Stay alive. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That one, yeah? That is a banging tune. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be stuck in my head now for the rest of the evening. Morgan was very helpful when we were trying to start for Sweet Pea. That's what he did. Debating making this little layout and rolling well. Yeah? Not at all. It's a good little layout. Just enough space. Lawrie got talent, yeah, just about. What do you think the column change in the Audi 8? Would you own a car with it? Oh yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. O gauge isn't that pricey though, Shipwright. It's not that much more than like a big double O gauge loco is these days. No, it's not too bad. Oh, anyway, I don't think I've asked. How is everybody's night? Is everybody all right? Is everybody doing okay on this, whatever the day is, Sunday? Been actually a nice day. I don't know what it's been like for you guys, but in Suffolk, it's been a rather nice and warm day. It's felt like spring. So yes. One out places, one out faces. Do they make any mainline engines smaller than the Sweet Pea? Smaller is an interesting thing because lots of people commented on that, being like, "Oh, the flying buffer beam's smaller." I'm like, well, the flying buffer beam is definitely lower. It's a lot lower, but it's not shorter and it's not lighter. Gazelle is longer, but probably lighter. Possibly lighter when it's not running anyway. I think probably in operating condition with all the water in it, it's going to be heavier, but I don't know. But yes. I didn't see that comment. Yeah, if you stay with something like this in O gauge, it's acceptably expensive. If you go on to something like I don't know, A4s or something, big engines, it's very expensive, but you need a lot of space for that. Matt, yes, that might not be so good if you're not allowed out. Oh, no worries, Crouching Tiger. I'm glad you enjoyed it for a bit. Ready to run its... Yeah, O-Gauge is having a lot of kind of a revival. Snow covered in Pennsylvania. Nice. Random question for the chat. I'm looking to buy a bus. Anybody heard of anything? I don't actually know. I know somebody's got a lot of buses, but I don't know any of them for sale. I have never been to Norway. No, Lord of Uru? Uru? I'd like to do Norway. It's on my list. Fly Man something or other. I'm good, thank you. Mad Lawrie's World. Yeah, I could make that. What around me have familiar faces. Stunner faces. What are faces? Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me. No one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me. Look right through me. And I find it kind of funny, kind of find it sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I ever had. I find it hard to tell you, find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Anyway. More likes than watches at the moment. Must be doing something right. Well, I suppose as long as people are enjoying it, that's the main thing. That's what we're aiming to do. I love how small the Whittington, the Haswell Clark is in comparison to a Ginty. It just amuses me every time. Teddy is very small. It's Flying Buff a bit. I'm sure the Flying Buff beans longer though. Oh, thank you very much, chat. There will be a content mention. Has Trev turned up at any point to check the Patreon, PayPal? Just wondering. If you could Google buses sale, you'll find a lot. Probably. There's always stuff on eBay, I think, for sale. Teddy Worth. Oh yes, of course. Teddy did work with Sweet Pea, didn't they? They were together. Was that the time that Sweet Pea Teddy was fitted with the A4's whistle? Because I kept hearing the chime going off and being like, what? It's a mix, JPM. Sometimes I ask, sometimes I get invited. Battlefield someone converted to a tractor with. There's at Combe Valley, they've got a tractor like that. That's. Any idea where to get cheap O-Gauge track? eBay. I mean, this track that I bought for O-Gauge has always been just Pico Flexi track, and then use that. Newcastle on Tyne. There's loads of lines locos. There's lots of stuff up in Newcastle. I'm hopefully going to be doing some of it. Hopefully. Line will ask 1,000, 2,000 pints at the top of the line locos. Wow, that's a lot. Can you sing something by the Darkness? I probably shouldn't be singing on this, so I've always fancied like a double decker. I've always fancied a double decker. Neil Young would be kind of cool. Could do some Neil Young. I do know the NFL. Yeah, do. Also, Alfie, next time you see him, like when it's back in. Well, how far is it? Because I met the owner, I don't know, like a decade ago, and he was talking about it being under overhaul. So I keep thinking it must be coming, like doing something. How far across its overhaul is? And when it's done, would love to review it. Where is it based at Quainton? Teddy opposite Flying Scotsman at Shildon. Yes, it is kind of tiny. A Route Master would be kind of cool. I'd got a friend who's got several buses, and some of his stuff is very, very tasty. What time are we ending? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got that far yet. At some point. That was Railfest when Sweet Pea and Teddy worked together. I think Teddy had his smaller whistle and 12 red chimes going. Oh no, I'm sure it was then when the day that I was there anyway. They'd fitted Teddy with a chime because he kept feeling like, there's an A4 going here, but there's no A4 in steam here. And then Teddy went past, and I was like, No. They whistled. I chatted to Gary about it afterwards, and he was like, "Yeah, no, we put the charm on it. We found they found. He said they found one in the NRM stores, and they were like, "Can we borrow this?" And the NRM was like, "Yeah, all right." So they stuck it on, which I thought was hilarious. Double-decker bus. No, buses are licensed in the UK, so as long as you've got a bus license, you can drive it. You wanted Mercedes B709 that I spent childhood on? Yeah, I can understand wanting that. It's silly money. Probably Sweet Pea. No, Teddy would win. Teddy would win. Sweet Pea isn't that powerful, whereas Teddy's got tiny wheels, so it's going to have a load of torque. Trapmobile switch somewhere. Oh, is that one of the things that goes on road and rail? Because they'd be useful. Oh, you got to go on number 7 to Whistle Railfest. Nice. I would love a go to Alfie because it's stunning, hasn't it? Can I ride a motorcycle? No, not currently. I can just do rigid lorries. Don't know with the flying buses last been. The flying buff is superb. I'm very excited. Oh yeah, Rails of Sheffield often has stuff on sale for O-Gauge as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, Brandon. Yeah, I forget grandfather's rights. Grandfather's rights are just like, oh, yeah, you can drive anything, just go with it. It's very annoying for us who are younger. The UK, as far as the best of my knowledge, apart from a couple of newer build things, no, we never did them. There's a geared locomotive on the Kirklees Light Railway, but that's a new build. I don't think we ever ran geared steam over here. Someone might tell me I'm wrong, but I don't think we did. Yeah, that's it. I can drive a lorry, but I can't take more than 8 people in the car. I do like Dave. I do like Dave Alfie. Dave is just... I love the way everyone calls it Dave as well. It just makes me so amused. Particularly the chime whistle one, it's brilliant. That's fantastic. He's like, there's an A4, and then just Dave rumbles past. Bless it. Tyne Metro, get ready for the late. Try going to the Andrew convention. Oh, the O-Gauge. What, the O-Gauge Guild convention is it? Or the O-Gauge wherever they are? No, JPM. They changed it because I looked at that for doing reviews. They used to have it that you could drive a bus, like an empty bus. You could drive it to like the workshop, but now they've changed it. You need a bus license to drive it. So I could drive one as long as there's somebody in it with me as a learner. Must be in the middle of Railfest. Oh, you got told off, Chris, for blowing... Really? What a load of rubbish. Even though you can social distance bike. Not grandfather, right? You can drive one. Take people... But we can take 8 people. Okay. Yeah, the prices... To be fair... Prices are kind of staying with inflation. The prices aren't going up too much. I think they're kind of staying still. They just keep creeping up though. It's ridiculous. Matt, can't remember what you suffered on the license. When did you leave? Because they've changed, haven't they? There isn't as far as after for model trains. That's the problem, Sodal. Well, it's before they introduced the photo card. I don't even know if the classes changed then. Yeah, but if you're not... There was some rule that used to be that if you weren't carrying people in it, you could still drive the vehicle. It's all a bit thin. It's at Brandon Price Norton where the Great Western crossed the taxiway at Great. Really? I should have blown them louder. This is from the leaflet. Okay. Except if you're past pre-2001, then you can drive up to 62. But there you go. Yeah, because I was 11 in 2001, so can't really do much with that. All right. Couple you. You can go there. Go there. Book. And Martin. What's the most ludicrous locomotive you know of? Probably one of the early ones, like the Steam Elephant. I think they're bonkers. What are you a rep on, Chris? What were you there with? To do the whistle fight on the last day. Yeah, that makes sense. Can exempt your passenger vehicle, a bus made more than 30 years ago, is being driven. Oh, that's interesting, Brandon. Thanks for that. That's very useful. Can I get a shout out for Wimberley, Texas Hill County? Sure. Sending a leaflet to your Discord. Thank you, Brandon. That's worth a gander. Another gig somewhere in the south of the UK, miniature railroad had a... No, that was the... Rumby Hive. Rumby Hive had an armoured train on 15-inch gauge, which was hilarious. But apparently, they claimed they shot down a plane. Hello, Heavy Tanker. Back from your nap. License change. Apparently, I was immediately qualified to accompany a driver on a provisional. What? Fair enough. Have you seen any of Soul Slip's videos, particularly the E2? I have not, no. Have you ever witnessed a derailment or been in a derailment with Loco? Yes. You can drive a 16-seater bus on a car license if you take some seats out, make it a 9-seater. Yes. Locomotion is terrifying with the gears out there. I imagine it is. How the price? I can imagine they would not been happy to. I can't. Is it a confirmed killer? Or is it that they said they took something out? Because I can't help but think that they possibly said they did. You will need a bus license for a minibus if you are got your license after 2001, because I can't do a minibus. I need to do my bike license. I believe the theory is the part of his judge's attitude. I hope that's true. Oh, you went with Furnace 20. Oh, that Furnace 20 is something I would love to do. I think it's such a pretty engine, isn't it? It's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Do the locomotion quickly as it's moving, yeah. That's his story. You sticking. Triple Deltic's nice. I'm awaiting Lawrie goes tank. If we can get a tank, we'd love to review it. We think that'd be hilarious. Cool, there was a miniature armoured train, German fighter destroyer. Really? That's hilarious. I wonder if that's what it was with the Romney Hive. I think that's hilarious. You got an H license. Nice. Tracks. That's cool. Morning from Australia. Twizzle. Witnessed. Oh, you saw the Ivor when it went off at Great Central. That was a true muck up. That was very disappointing. No worries, Flymo Chairman. Chat to you later. Thanks for joining us. I wanted to let's knock you out of the way. Thank you. And up we go. Oh, you poxy thing. You can't see it's derailed, so I can pretend that nothing bad happened. Oh, and it totally fell off the rails in the fiddle yard. That's fine, nothing bad happened. I mean, nothing bad happened at all. Nothing bad at all. I love this Ginty. I think it's genuinely one of the best models that Dapol have made for Dapol. Dapol or Dapol, guys? I call it Dapol. What about HTVs with air brakes? I think all HTVs over here, modern HTVs, have got air brakes. Oh, people are idiots. Play a bit of water underwater, enjoy these little workers. Have you seen the mainly ferries in Sydney? No. If you go back in time and save a loco scrap, what would you save? I really like the LMS's 2F Fowler dock tanks. I think they're great. That's probably one of them. Right, 2 vacuum on vacuum locos. Are we going to be able to get the vacuum? Going to be able to get the vacuum together? Come. Oh. All I know is aggravation by this. At some point, I'm sure I'm going to actually get better at picking up these hooks. At the moment, terrible at it. There, look, that worked. I pronounce it the same way as you do. Pronounce the other way. We put a day. That's what I've always said, Alex. I've always said that. There's nothing I don't think that shouldn't have been preserved. I think everything should be preserved. That is, I wouldn't ever say. Somebody I know the other day commented on Loco that he is a fireman on, saying that he should be scrapped. I'm like, that's a really stupid thing to say. You know, no engine should be. What's the Lux wagon you have? It was found on eBay, so I have no idea what the Lux means. It will get repainted at some point. Oh yeah, that was the 9 teddy bears working together is an amazing photo. I don't like guided busways. The one I know about is the one near Cambridge, and it went horrendously over budget, and then didn't really work, and then started falling apart. So, what do you think about when Extinction Rebellion did a small attack on the? Did they? I don't even really remember that being a thing. I've been on the footplate of one of the panniers, number 14, I think it was. On an auto coach, so I was able to fire that when the driver was in the auto coach, and I've been in the driving compartment with the driver in a auto train on the Llangollen, and that was stunningly good fun. The wagon's full of soap. It's a day, wrong with day, but it's based in Wales, so it's built Dapol with pronounced well. Okay, I've always just Dapol makes sense, doesn't it? Saying the green battle picton should be scrapped. I don't think anything really now should be scrapped. It's all important. I know it's not possible to have everything, but I kind of feel that if you could save everything that is preserved should be kept preserved because it tells a story, doesn't it? It's always important. Do you check for a loco you'll buy? Okay. It's just Victor at Marne being scrapped. Oh, again, as you said, I don't like things being scrapped full stop. I have been on the footplate of a fireless loco. It was great fun. Teddy Bear is a class 14 diesel soda. Started to get into O-gauge. Brilliant. O-gauge is good fun. I'll rep pronounce it Dave. If the rep pronounce it Dapol, then it's probably good. Power to the track, yeah. Blue Circle is fantastic. Blue Circle is on my list of things I want to review. It's just not been possible with the current situation. But I do very much want to review it. I like it very much. I like Pacers. I think Pacers are cool. I would like to review one, but obviously we never had them down here. I think people hate them, the people who had to deal with them on a day-to-day basis. There's a railway somewhere in the UK that has some compressed air engines, and I messaged them and never heard back, which was disappointing. You can find good engines at the scrapyard. What for, though, Harry? Yeah, the steam fireless engines run a really long way. I was surprised how long this thing lasted on a charge of steam. It was like 3 or 4 hours. You sit there going, that's amazing. As parts salvaged go on to a greater number. I don't think so, Brillbuster Bootcamp. Like, we can make so many parts now today that using something for spares is not really an excuse. There's so many engines we can do now. And it's like, using an engine for spares is kind of unnecessary. We can build all of it now, especially steam, everything we can build. you commute on places, dreadful things. Yeah, see, as someone who doesn't commute on them, I think I've been on them once or twice when I've been up that way. I thought they're quite good fun. Oh, wait. Who's got a photo of me? Photo bombing? Sorry, I missed that comment. I'm scrolling back up. Scrolly. Come on, Goose. No. Don't go there. Don't be silly. It's not that. Who said that? Oh, yes. The first two people. Yes, it was good, wasn't it, David? That was very good. Yes, I'm sure I showed that picture on the Discord of being the first in there and get a lovely photo of all of them together. That was the plan. Yeah, there is a pair of Andrew Buckley's still in a railway. A pair of Andrew Buckley's still in a scrapyard. Almost the four of them actually at one point. I've not driven a Phyllis Loco, but I want to. It wasn't the Phyllis no, it was in Germany. That's what I got onto. I can't remember where it is now. Death, I missed you saying something, but be a bother. When you say, I don't know. I haven't got a plan for finishing yet. At some point, basically, I haven't got that far yet. The reason it's for one local to maintain the railway busway, but never bother. Ah, fair enough. Thinking to attend the Great Gathering on a rail tour. Oh, nice. I've seen the photos of the Swallow Livery HSTs. They look so good. Amazes they're still using Phyllis engines in places, but yeah, they do quite. There's a couple of them still in Germany because they've got steam powered plants for things. So cars you can find. Oh yeah, there's loads of cars you can find with a decent engine, can't you? So I thought you meant trains, Harry. I was like, You're right. Now I'll be happy to commute in the Guards van. Haven't been anywhere in Scotland since last year. I can mention. Fraser, how are you today? I'm fine, thank you. Everything will be built. And you're possibly right. As somebody who's bought vehicles to be donors, yeah. I think it depends what it is. Something like a steam engine, I think it's a shame, and a lot of like diesels as well. You can build it. And to be honest, I always feel bad about using a donor because it's a shame to use it. So yeah, I don't know. It's the simple answer. It is a German one. The pistons are the wrong way around on the one I was on. Tornado is lovely to see. I love Bellerophon. Bellerophon is gorgeous. It's high on my list of stuff that I'd like to do. How many of Morgan's Fiat should be scrapped? None of them, really. They should go to somebody to get them sorted, really, Lawrie, See you later, Private Joker, then. We still have a couple of files in the US. Oh, that makes sense, of course, yeah. Speaking... nice one, Stuart. Hello, LNER4489. Yes, that's right. The Ruston Fund, I don't know, because Trev is possibly here, meant to be having a look at the money, like he was meant to be here and be able to give us an update. Don't know where he's gone though. So no idea. I don't think it's grown massively since the last insane live stream, which was very, very good. But the Germans' live stream engines are very impressive. Well, it is simpler stuff, isn't it? And also, we've had more years of kind of working out how to build stuff for steam engines. Diesels have become a lot more complicated, isn't it? I'm sure, like in the future, we'll probably end up being able to make your diesel parts just as easily. But yeah. Who'd win in a tractor pull, the Ruston or Jupiter? Dupes, because it's about the same. It's heavier, and it's got better traction. The Loco would probably. The Ruston would probably win against a car. Bell was lovely. I do like Bell. Why do you think Dong said because using the Buckley type cup? Because we've got so much stuff, I think, that had already got onto it rather than Buckeye. Saying how do you... talking to a lot of railways how I've been dealing with. There's a lot of older people and older ways of thinking at railways, which is a problem. If there's no other choice of parts, it does make a difference. A lot of things we can do that are specialised for my parts. There's nothing you broken. Yeah, I mean, again, as we said, I've got vehicles that we have a donor vehicle at the moment, and there's the possibility of picking up another donor. So, will I make a bigger O-gauge layout? Not really, because I don't have the space for it. I would love to see Bell come to the MIDI. I would love it. Bell is very high on my list. It doesn't matter that he's out to tick and it's going to take them forever, to get around to doing it. It's still high on my list because it's glorious. Briz, what's the difference between vacuum and Western turbos? Basically that. Vacuum is vacuum, Westinghouse is air. The biggest difference is air brakes. You get braking applying as soon as you activate an air brake. It applies the brakes on the entire train because it works on the air pressure, which then causes basically a signal more than anything else. So when you put the air brake on, brakes come along on the train. Vacuum, when you allow air into the system, brakes come on coach 1, then brakes come on coach 2, then 3, then 4. So you get a lot of breakage on the first coach. So if you it's possible to almost lock up the brakes on your first wagons and still have the brakes off on the wagons on the back. So in terms of effectiveness, air brakes are superior, which is why we went there. In terms of operation, vacuum's a lot more simple, and I think there are like 3 known incidences on British railways to vacuum brake failure. Air brakes, it's possible to have failure and keep air in the system and isolate things. Vacuum, it has to work. It can't go wrong. If there's no vacuum, you don't move. That's basically the simple difference. Bell has outside eccentrics. It's weird. Something that's practical. I mean, for us, with a couple of things, having a donor makes sense. I hate the idea of it. The LMS turbo motive, yeah, that was amazing, wasn't it? I agree, it's not to the railways themselves, the idiots who won't mind Britain shut up. I don't know what we're talking about. Literally no idea, I miss stuff. Sourcing parts for historical video can solve someone decides to set up a 3D. I mean, yeah, this is true. 3D printing is a way for it to solve a lot of problems with, well, not problems, but a lot of things in heritage. Let's redo this because I enjoyed this puzzle. Do. Don't mind me, I'm just coupling up my train. Silly O-gauge. Why would anybody do O-gauge? It's so big. Chain link couplings. Damn you, chain link couplings. Damn you to hell with all of your chain linkiness. Damn you to... Thank you, chain link couplings. Will that actually fit in there? Yeah. It will fit. Talk amongst yourselves as we play Modern Railways. Talk amongst yourselves as we play Modern Railways. Talk amongst yourselves. Dunk. Oh, that's fine. You can only just not see the Ginty. That's fine. Behind me, behind the box. What's your best Modern Railway bargain? The ones I got sent for my birthday? They're pretty good. To lighten the mood, I have good news. Change it. As trends to more friends. They don't always take me shopping. So, oh, that's nice, Elenia. It's nice that your friends are cool. I most of my experiences with vacuum, so I'm quite happy with vacuum. Air is still the thing. Ooh. Oh, it's in the dark, so I couldn't see it was not on the rails. Anyway. never thought of doing this before, but I'm quite impressed to do it. Oh, there's only just enough space to fit this in, but I am very, very happy with what I'm doing at the moment. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this, because I'm kind of just having a lot of fun shuffling stuff back and forth. But that's the whole point of this layout, is just to have fun shuffling stuff back and forth. And I hope that if I do take it to some shows, you guys come along and check it out, because I think it's great. Shunt release. Shunt release. Do like to shunt release. Shunt release. Shunt release. I am enjoying doing the shunt release. Do 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 do. Shunt release. The best thing is, this is basically all you need. 3 wagons, 2 locos, and you can run this layout and just be completely content with everything. I can't double head them because they're geared differently. I would like to go around the museum there. Would you consider no gauge layout at the shed? Probably not, just because it gets very dusty up there. And so it would just be a nightmare to keep these things clean and running happy. I mean, it'd be a great thing to do, but I just don't think it would... I have thought about it, put it that way. I thought about it, I just don't think it's really something... Let's put these side by side. I just don't think it would work. Look at the size of that thing. It's great in comparison, isn't it? So if I do that, that should free this one off. And you notice that the Ginty runs a lot quicker. And if we come this way, see the Ginty is a lot faster than the Wissington. Well, than the Hartwell Clark. It does mean that the Hartwell Clark, because it's so much smaller, will just fit there. This is amusing me greatly. The hook on this, it was on eBay, and it's from railwayhobby.co.uk, and I think it's very good. Narrow gauge, though, generally got small wheels and greater adhesion. Well, not greater adhesion, but greater... And also, it doesn't... Is narrow gauge actually any better at going up hills? You just can get better paths through the hills. The shed is damp as well. It wouldn't be ideal. It wouldn't be ideal. I haven't visited a model railway show for a couple of years. I haven't visited one for a bit. The LMS... Was it the LMS who had a small engine policy? Oops, forgot to change the point. There we go. There we go, small engine. See you later, Alex. Glad you enjoyed us. Enjoyed joining. Oh. Whoops. Right, fine. Never mind then. Let's do it the way you want to do it and use that. Oh, come on. Thank you. Right, now I'll drive you a bit closer. No, closer. Don't walk away. Don't go away when I'm trying to couple up to you. Thank you. Oh. 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 Thank you. Oh. Oh. You have thought, oh, by now I'll be getting better at it. Having had multiple attempts at doing this. Oh. It's doing so well, looking like I knew what I was doing. Oh, you pain in the backside. Come on. That's right. Come on. So upset. So upset. Come on. Come on. All we've got to do is go a bit further. A little bit. Nope, 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 nope. Oh! Come on. People are watching you on the internet, trying to watch you not be a complete imbecile trying to hook this up. I might just go with the Whissington. The Whissington is easier to couple up than this thing. Right. Come on. That's part one of the reasons that the coupling does not want to go over. Okay. Back to the original plan of using this one. Come on. It is at a difficult angle. I mean, you've got to give me some credit for this. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah! Let's ignore the fact the wagon is at a jaunty angle. Oh my god, this is very annoying. Why won't you couple up onto that drawbar? You pain in the... It's not that difficult, surely. Can't be that difficult. Cannot be this hard. Cannot be this hard. Cannot be this hard. Why is it this hard? Why? Why won't you couple up? Why? Why won't you go get coupled up? What I want you to do is couple up to the epoxy thing. I've been doing this for ages and it still doesn't want to. Right, never mind. This is annoying me. It's uncoupling, it's a pain. Yeah, but this is uncoupling is relatively easy in this. It's just the... Come on. It's just the angle that these two are on. I mean, it's a right pain in the backside. Oh, what a pain. What an absolute pain in the backside. Come on. I hate this. Right, up we go. Come on. No, come on, play ball. Play ball. Play ball. Right, now all you've got to do is just hook over that. Hook over that drawbar. That's all you need to do. Oh, you pain. You absolute pain. It's become a two-hand job now. We'll get into the serious territory of what's doable and what's not doable. Come on. Nope. Why is this? It's going to get into the hand of God. Oh my! I'm going to get into the hand of God time soon, and I'm going to give up with this. Just go get another engine. Every time we get so poxy close to it, and every time it fails, and it just hurts me. Just physically and mentally, I'm just like distraught now. Oh my god. This is the hardest thing I think I've ever done. I am deeply, deeply upset by this complexity. Just get on there. Why was that so difficult? Why was that so hard just to do that movement? Why? Right. I've done it before, therefore I can do it again. Right, it worked before, worked with the other one, so you can do it too. Come on, pick it up, that's right, pick it up. I just don't think the coupling is quite long enough on either of these engines. It's not quite cut long enough on this, and the other one's got a screw link on it, so it just doesn't want to go. But this just doesn't want to reach. Just like so tight there, and it's like on the edge, and it just won't reach. Fine, you win. Never mind, Ginty. Never mind. Do it the old-fashioned way. I have a plan B. Just use the Wheatington, couple it up, because this does what it's meant to do. Dunk. So we'll couple that up to like there. Disconnect you. Stick you there. Bring you back. Swap you. Oh, thank you very much, Xbox Lassie. Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. No real update on anything. One of my friends has found me a possible source of a new wagon. So I'm waiting on to see if he can find one that I can borrow. And when I say borrow, I mean permanently borrow. So yeah, this one is very challenging. So yes, happy birthday for tomorrow, and hopefully we've got some wheels lined up. Hopefully. But I don't know, is the simple answer. We will have to see. We will have to see indeed. The problem is, I think it's just a too bigger engine to fit. If I dump it here, like so, I'll send this away. Swap the point, send it up to here, send it there. Swap that, swap that, and now send you out. Should be enough room to get Ginty out. Like so. Do that. Oops. Make sure that's switched. There we go. Just enough space to get the Ginty out. Only just. Now the Ginty can come in here. And this time I can look like I'm a professional because we can just go straight away onto that, and hook it like so. Look at that. It does make a difference if it's on the right thing. Are there any individuals who own standard gauge rolling stock? Yeah, lots of people own their own wagons and things. Always the Ginty, never the Terrier, the Pannier, or the tank. As I don't have any of the others. No. I forgot to collect that wagon. I'll just go back and pick that up. What do you mean change the locos around? What would you like to see when you say change the locos around? Oh God. Get on to there. Oh, you pain. I love these couplings, I really do, but they are a pain. There we go. Oh, so they're facing the other way. Yeah, can do if you want. Planning O-gauge with your dad. Good move. Brick the Ginty up in the tunnel. Why? Ginty's great. I like your Ginty. Ginty's are good. Oh, what? You're looking at one of the Dapol 08s. They're meant to be very good. What are your favourite wagons to work on a train? Like a period good set, but I don't really think I've got a favourite wagon. Yeah, we can change the way things are facing. It's not a huge problem. Just take a moment. God, it's quite a big thing to pick up, to move it around. I normally just, I don't know why, I always have the locos facing the way that they are, well, were currently facing. That's just kind of the way I've always just set up the layout, is to have them like that. Never really run them this way around, so it'll be something new and exciting, won't it? Hey for new and exciting New and exciting. It's something I've never done before. Oh, one couple. Oh, I can't fit that there. Cool. Right, I'm back. Yes, I've turned around because I can do that. I'll only put horse shunting. No, I don't think anybody's allowed to do horse shunting now. The fiddle yard is basically about that big. It's smaller. The fiddle yard is large enough for basically the two engines to sit side by side, and that's about it. Oh, I didn't realise how much bigger the van was than having two trucks. The two open wagons are a lot shorter than open wagon and van. Did not appreciate this. My favourite thing is how this only just fits on the layout now. Oh no, don't be the thing I can't couple up. Thank you. O gauge. Something. I understand why people just have a big O gauge layout, that you don't need to couple anything up and just let it run. Makes sense if I actually uncoupled it from the Ginty though, wouldn't it? Yeah, that helps. Right, so now that can go away. And that can go gross waste of Jupiter. Jupiter's 11 points, 11.9 I think, 11.8, something like that. Yes, it does need an extension. It's a tiny layout. I love this layout. If it will couple up in reverse, let's find out. Oh, I'd love to do a tank. I'd love to do a tank. Agricultural was kind of cool. That's about it really. I don't really have any real experience with ever dealing with one, but I think they're cool. Oh wow, reversing this would result in buffer luck. Let's try it. Oh, there we go, that's buffer luck. I have a strong feeling that that won't couple. Oh, it will. What will be the chances of that actually coupling? Come on. There we go, that's coupled up, and it's totally not buffer locked itself. Oh, there we go. That worked. Success. And just fits in. So basically, this is the maximum train size that I can fit on Skull. Anything bigger than this does not fit. Yes, I have witnessed a derailment. We played War of Tanks a couple of times, but yeah, not much. Strangest steam locomotive built in the UK? The Leader. The Leader was very strange. Very strange. So, it's a great little layout. I do very much enjoy having it. Right, let's have a gander. Pull you forward. Uncouple that. Let's see if this will buffer lock if we send it back there. So I rather suspect it might. Bets on buffer locking? I reckon it probably will. And oh my. That is a fraction of a millimetre stopping that from buffer locking there. Absolutely nothing. Highly amused though. The LMM wagon, that's waiting for Dapol to open up again after COVID. Once that's happened, then it will happen. But for the time being, nothing, because they're not open. Once they're running again, then we can order it basically. Come on. Yes, that's right. What fell over? Oh, that was the board. My plateau. Boredom must. Anyway, I don't know what locks are. How would you build a layout like this? Well, start off with the point, some little bits of track, and there you go. I would love a Scarab, and I'd love a Sentinel Lawrie, so yes, I think about it all the times. What's buffer lock? It's when the buffers, yeah, it's if you go around a corner, so if you've got two buffers like that, and you go around a corner and they're able to pass each other, and then they overlock, that's what buffer lock is. So yes, will you ever do a video on the blue circle? I am desperately trying to. When are we seeing the Dodge? At some point in the future. I have a plan. So yes. Is there any way of stopping buffer lock? You have less steep. You either have less steep corners, or you have what my Ruston's got of giant buffers. That's what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might just put it into BR livery. I haven't really got that far yet. Do you consume cheeseburger? I like cheeseburgers. Can you get the brake van? No, because it's hidden under many, many boxes. Those streams late anyway, because I was looking for where the locos are. One flat buffer, one buffer. Okay, I don't know. Yes, that is the reason why some industrial locos have the block buffers, yes. Buffer locking is, if you do it on a proper full-size railway, it's a big problem. I'm sitting here cleaning up 3D printed loco. Nice. What should we do with this? So what I think, guys, as it's just gone 9:30, we'll finish this stream at quarter to 10. 9:45. I think that's a good time to finish it. I don't touch the KFC. I got very ill of KFC, so I do not touch KFC. Yeah, not a thing that I enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. We shall do this for about 15 more minutes. So if I haven't answered your question, you have asked it, repeat it in the questions. If you have donated to the Patreon or the Patreon to the PayPal, thank you very much. I'm sorry that Trev's disappeared and not been here to be able to give us a grand total, which is quite disappointing. But thank you to everybody who has done that. Thank you to everyone who's joined our Patreon. If you haven't already, it's only £1 a month, and you get extra videos and all kinds of things like that, which are cool. And we have got the Teespring, where you can buy things. I am wearing one of the Teespring shirts, but you can't see it because it's behind here. But I'm wearing my "If Lost, Please Return to the Shed" shirt. Yeah, I would show it, but I can't. So you know, but that's what it is. Will you build? Well, I don't know. What's the question there? Where's me Moose gone? Moose says, the Humpty trip. There's no further plans for that until lockdown ends. Basically, we'll build a nice looking LO layout at some point. Don't know if I don't think I've got a couple of basic American outline steam engines, but a little low for like the Lima one, but nothing much. Yeah, the team's disappeared, haven't they? Very sad. Was it the gravy? No, it was chicken that made me sick, James. I just had some undercooked chicken, I think. I enjoy your videos every time I watch them. Northern so we rarely have trains up here, but do for trying to make a quarter-mile standard gauge loop in his backyard. That sounds awesome, Ryan. Spitfires are awesome. Yeah, I think everyone likes McDonald's. It's just a good, like, I'm on the road and I need something hot food. What's it called when the buffers compress to the end of the train travel on the side? What's it called when the buffers compress to the end of travel? The corner needs to be... I don't know, Bruce Loon. I like pancakes. Everyone likes pancakes, I think. How do you undo buffer lock on the standard gauge? You remove the buffer, generally. I don't know. Oh, thanks for jumping the links in there, Charles. That's pretty good. So I got to drop out, but thanks anyway. Oh, thanks for joining the stream, Sean. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah. So, oh yes. Assuming Trev hasn't fallen off the face of the earth, we will be doing a stream on Twitch tomorrow. It will be Wreckfest, starting I think about 8 o'clock, 7:30 for Patreons. Ah, thank you very much, East Coast team. That's very kind of you. And that will help with many things. So yes, if you want to come join us tomorrow for Wreckfest, let us know. We shall be doing the Wreckfest thing. If it's on our Twitch, which is under Lawrie's Digital Marvels, which hopefully the team, somebody will drop in a link to that. I don't know if Charles has that to have hands. I don't know. Other than helping with braking, what use did the brake vans have? They were somewhere that had a roof on it for the guard to live in. That's basically it. It was a van that you sat in with a brake, and that was it. Oh, cool. There's quite a few abandoned railways, kind of like, which are now paths kicking around. Ah, thank you, Sonaru. That is the Twitch. So, guys, if you want to join us tomorrow for Twitch, it will be me, Trev, playing with some random, well, some of you guys from the community. We open up the games for the community to come join us. Oh, Sean, thank you very much. And Sean, if you can email us your address, I will send you a picture. Because remember, if anybody donates over £10, I will send you a signed picture of it. If any of you guys who are lovely and have done it in the PayPal, I will be able to get your address through there. If you do want to make an address, a donation via the PayPal, which is the link at the top, you can tell us what you want us to spend the money on by sticking what you want it spent on in that. And if it's over £10, put your address so that I can send you a picture and say thank you. Make a duplicate version of the blue circle was going to use a case steam tractor. Oh, okay. I'm not very big on wanting to convert things. John, I really want to know how much has been donated, but I don't know because Trev is meant to be looking after the PayPal account, and I haven't got a clue, and because he's not here, so I don't know. It's the simple answer. So it's pretty exciting. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose converting a case to run on rails wouldn't be anything permanent, would it? Just be a case of sticking some railway wheels on it. And so, again, I don't really like things which are converted into something that they're not. So that's not helpful, son. We know it's been more than nothing, but yes, I know he hasn't been watching, so it's annoying because we don't know what the answer is. Yeah, I don't think Matt's been on for a while, so. Yeah, he's taken the money and run away with it. You know, he's going to be rich now. Oh, cool, Garth. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel and what we're doing. And yeah, the UK we've got lots of stuff in the UK railway wise, so there's a huge amount of good railway stuff available. It's well worth the trip out here. I truly adore this model. Just absolutely adore it. Oh, two, definitely two. Steam engines are wonderful. They're a wonderful thing to be part of. He's got so many things. Steam engines are so many things that I like. Yeah, I love the heritage they're part of it. I love the fact they're survivors. I love how they work. I love the sound. I love the fact that you've got to kind of work with it rather than get it to work for you. Just like steam engines. I need to update Wreckfest. What, since the last time we played the other week? It's probably going to buy another French car. Can you explain tractive efforts like horsepower? Tractive efforts, how much power they can put down, what they can shift, as opposed to there we go. Oh, thanks, Trev. I don't know. Is the simple answer. Is there a move? There doesn't seem to be a move. There's a couple of EMUs that have been preserved, but there doesn't seem to be a particular big move elsewhere. My beers decides time for a night. Good night from South Africa. Thanks for joining us, Bruce. Would you turn a little Peckett into a steam lorry if you wanted to? No. Definitely not. Thanks for the reaction stream. Got a lot done on the old gondola car. Well, enjoyed the conversation. Well, thank you, the Brill Bus Boot Camp. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Hopefully get the P2 done. Yeah. Am I going to get the steam tractor? Maybe one day if I have enough money. If this channel ever becomes, over 100,000 subs, and I've got the potential to do it, yeah, I'd love to. Just at the moment, I just couldn't afford it. They're too expensive. What kind of tank engine? She's a little Hunter or Clark. Very similar to a locomotive I know called Wissington, which is a favourite locomotive of mine. So, it's Ixion, who are Australian, and they've made a couple of O-gauge locos. They made this, and they made a Fowler as well, which I do want to get hold of, because it's very similar to the Fowler we've got at the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. So I think that'd be a nice thing to get hold of. You got any YouTube play buttons yet? Don't think so. I don't think we're big enough yet. Missed the right first to work, but hopefully this week I have a job. Nice. How old is the set? What, this thing? Any designs on buying a steam locomotive? Well, I'd like to buy one. That's about as far as that goes. The designs for buying a steam locomotive is you need to be rich. If you're rich, you can buy a steam locomotive. If you're not rich, you can't. That's basically how it works. You need to have a lot of money to buy a steam engine. There is one way to make a fortune with a steam locomotive, and that is that you start with a big fortune. See you later, Alex. Thanks for joining us on the stream. I said maybe starting O-gauge soon. I would. O-gauge is great. There's a real, like, the size of the models and the feel of the models comparatively to anything else is just, it's far, far superior. It feels great. It feels chunky. It feels like a proper thing. I mean, just comparatively, the size of this to one of these double O-gauge wagons gives you an idea of just how much bigger this stuff is. It feels much bigger and much more chunky. I would love to drive the little 111 in Coldwater, Michigan. I probably would. Small specific evidence, beautiful 3-drum. Sounds lovely. Epinonga doesn't have functional 4th rail, no. I'm going to show my friend information about your Austin 48. Thank you. I like my 48. When's the next video of the Dodge? Some point in the future. I haven't got a plan for it. There is a plan for a video of it, but yeah, at some point. Bluebell have possible plans to mark a route that can run them. They talk about it, don't they? And then they kind of talked about making it into a branch line for steam engine, so I don't know. Ninja flightless birds with people like emus. Fair enough. Emus are... I don't really have much love for them. It's important to preserve them, but I don't know anything. Flying Squats is kiss death for anyone who owns it. What, so the NRM's going to fail now? I guess. I would love a Land Bulldog. It's one of the tractors I would dream of. I think they're great. 4th rail is pickup. So for some electric trains have the overhead across the top, whereas some electric have a rail in the middle, the 3rd rail for pickup, and then a 4th rail outside, which is the return. Jace is a normal kid vlogs. I'm fine, thank you. I guess that was your shout out, so hi. Did I ever see Scotsman? I've seen Scotsman a couple of times. If anyone thought of building a new E2, would you be part of it? No. There's no need for an E2. And also, new builds don't really do anything for me. As I said, I like the heritage. I like heritage of old stuff, and new builds, well, they've got no real heritage, so they don't really interest me. And also, the E2 just, there's no real plan for an E2. I can't see it being useful. There's other locomotives I'd like to see come back that were kind of useful. Could see it for individual, not for museums. Blah blah blah. What time is it? It is 10 to 10. Huh. I missed the finishing at 9:45. Fine, we'll finish at 10 o'clock. I've visited a stream. You could do a stream with Jupiter or in Jupiter for a birthday. Yeah, sure. I'll try and work out the date of when it was built. I can't remember off the top of my head. What's the tractor that could... Oh, I know what you mean. I can't think what it is, and it's cool. I love you can do 0 RPM. Yes. They're great, aren't they? I would love a Lance Bulldog. I think they're fantastic. Is there an EMU with an onboard generator somewhere? Oh, okay. You will not get 4th cost of health and safety. I don't know. I've got no idea. There's some talk of a new build ones, the Victorian locomotives, which was... Yeah, I mean, is that the King George? Is that the one you're thinking of? That's not early... Was that early Victorian? That's late Victorian, I think. Because it's King George, isn't it? There are plenty. If they're around. And there's lots of interesting engines which would be cool to come out. It's just, if you have £1, everyone asks you about the E2, how much money would you have? Well, a couple of hundred by now, I would have thought. We don't have Lionel over here, Ryan, so not hugely because we don't have them. Good evening, Covette. Well, the reason for it was a fear of 3rd rail shorting out there. Oh, is that why it came about? That's interesting. What are your views on Dingus and Big Flopper? I have no idea what they are. They're quite expensive, Harry. I had a look. They kind of... I found one. If for those of you who are Patreons, you'll know that we do a... me and Trev and Morgan do a podcast monthly. And we talked about that. I found one for sale and we talked about that. They do generally go for a lot of money. What do you think about the Patreon project? It's a nice engine. I'm quite excited to see it, but it's nice to have the Unknown Warrior known as a loco. But again, same thing. It's just a new build. I have no interest in the Clockwork O-Gauge. Just it doesn't appeal to me really. For finish my HMS Standard Child model, does anyone know if there are any tripod modes? No idea. The first 4-rail trains in America that help with the New York subway. Yeah, fair enough. Random question from my youth. Did they scrap all the Class 1 diesels that run the Hollywood Harbour? Not a clue. What do I think of Blue Peter being restored? Love Blue Peter. Can't wait to see it running again. I think it's great. How hard is this drive a steam engine? Pretty easy. This driving steam engine's easy. It's just knowing about how to make everything else work on it. I think you'll be fine with the TE20. TE20 ones are lovely. I've always fancied the TE20, but I've got the 35, so you know it's the evolution of it. Stephen Cohen is a model strength and iron range. I don't know what any of those are either. Do I have a 48 model? Oh, yes, I've got a 00 gauge one that my good friend Robert bought for me for my birthday, which was extremely kind of him. Because that was cool. And again, guys, if I've missed any questions, I do apologise. How are the rest of the team? Morgan's overworked, Trev's overworked, and Matt's overworked. I think that's the basic answer to that. I think we're all kind of getting a bit fed up of not being able to go out and film, really. But you know, I think that's the basic truth there. How do you like living in the UK? It's pretty decent, really. Can't complain. It's not a bad place to be. A lot of freedom to go and do what we want. I think you're a bit doing your course would be useless. You'd say the E2 would be useless to bring back. Why do you feel that? Because it would cost you like 3 or 4 million to build a totally useless locomotive. 3 or 4, it's a little thing. Like 1 or 2 million to build something that's useless. That's why. Like, Sweet Pea was built in 1936, so it's a survivor. It's an amazing piece of history. That's why I like it, because it's a piece of history and it's wonderful. Building a new E2 just seems pointless because there's no reason for it. The 35 is in contract. Yes, Continental Engine. I think it's the 35 we got over here. The 4-cylinder it had in it's not a good engine. The 3-cylinder diesel is a very good engine. Do I like the Flying Scotsman? Yeah, I like Scotsman. Scotsman's lovely. It's the funniest thing you've seen or happened while driving an engine. I was driving a train that I shouldn't have been driving, and the driver was asleep. Hello, Water Road, they're still going. Why is your Queen immortal? Because everybody keeps singing God Save the Queen. As long as somebody keeps singing that at all times, she'll keep going. Yeah, to set off clubs. It's kind of building a new small engine. We've got loads of small engines in preservation, things like Courage. So it doesn't seem any point to build another one because it doesn't fill a gap. If we had no small engines surviving, then I'd be like, yeah, let's build a small engine, see what it's like. But there are loads of small engines crying out for work all around the country, and it doesn't do anything that another small engine doesn't do. I mean, people go, oh, it was designed for shunting, but it wasn't very, and people used it for trains, and it wasn't very good. And it's like, Ginty, a perfect all-round engine, very, very good engine. So it doesn't. Are you ever coming back to the USA? When we can travel again, yeah, because we don't know. Am I going to build a full-size layout in the future? If I ever get some space, yes. If an E2 will probably just turn into Thomas. I'm not a fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. When did we last start the Dodge? When it was parked to the shed. E2s are not industrial, so it's not a comparison. Yeah, but they're shunting engines. It's like, there's no point. Were the Delta really powered by submarines engines? No. It's on the T20 it's the other way around. The diesel sucks. I've got a friend who's got a diesel T20 and you saw it in a video. It started in Trundles quite happily. The new V4 will be very interesting because they're quite good. Although they only made 2, didn't they? There's Bantam Cock and the Bantam Hen. Unofficially the Bantam Hen. The V4 will be a very interesting engine. The Orient Express was terrifying. Again, the E2 was not a good design, yeah. It's... I'm not a fan of new builds full stop. We've got plenty of steam engines kicking around. So I'm just not for it. I'm against it because it serves no purpose. There's no reason to build one. It doesn't... There's things like the 3MT on Seven Valleys serves a purpose. It's a good engine for that line. And as steam engines get older, it is the perfect size to run the line, and that makes sense. There's just no real reason to do an E2. A Stepney might get done at some point. It'd be nice to see it. It's a shame that Thomas wasn't a Ginty, then we wouldn't have this debate. Yes, exactly. If you want to see your 40 in the front of an Express, Yeah, I mean, it would sit in front of the Express. It wouldn't pull it, just sit in front of it. I've seen how to fire an engine on the LMS. I quite enjoyed that. The 20XX tank engines. 20XX tank engines. What on which railway? I have played GTA 5. Yes. Thomas. I grew up with Thomas, and I enjoyed Thomas. I'm just now older, and I've done many Thomas the Tank Engine days as a driver at a railway where we have a Thomas and a Percy, and it's just killed my love of it. Just absolutely killed my love of it because it's so over commercialised and just so stupid what you can and can't do. And it's killed me. It's just killed Thomas. I love the books, I love the original stories, but it's just, it's ruined. It's ruined Thomas for me. Because it's American owned now, and the owners Mattel are just very difficult. With the engine that we've got at a railway, that we had to repaint it because it was slightly the wrong shade of blue. Doesn't matter, it doesn't look anything like Thomas, but it was the wrong shade of blue. Yet the one in Japan, which looks nothing at all like Thomas, is able to run just because it's the right shade of blue. So very annoying. Oh, the 5AT, that was going to be very. Oh, you did design work on the 5AT. That's really cool. The 5AT is actually something I'd like to see happen. I'd like to see money going into the stuff we've got and keep the stuff we've got going. There's engines still in scrapyard condition repair. I'd rather see them done up. You know, they're going to need the same amount of effort, but they've got heritage. You know. Nearly 10. Oh, it is, yeah. So that's pretty much going to be the end of it. Why don't you do a series on Farming Simulator? Because we don't really play simulators. The Talaclin. Yes. The model railway. Or do you mean the Talaclin railway, or do you mean an actual model railway? Because well, that's the generation I grew up with. Is when Ringo Starr was the voice. I just, yeah. 20X, what are the 20X tank class? I think 2800s. I can't think what the 20. I can't think what they are off the top of my head. Yes, it would be cool because then they would pay me a great amount of money for it, and I would be very happy with that. So yes. Can you put the steam engine and the steam square to rust in? The steam engines are sat there, and the rust in is packed up in its box because it runs on 00, and we're on O gauge at the moment. So yes, all right, there we go, guys. That is the time to go to bed. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, guys, if you do want to drop a donation, the PayPal link is there. If you want to join us on Patreon and get extra videos like the live stream, bloopers, and an extra video every other week at the moment, then the link to Patreon is there. It's £1 to join. It's not much, and it really does help us out. And if you want to help us out and buy some merchandise, we've got merchandisey things. To everybody who has donated to the Patreon, to the PayPal, I'll have a look at that later, and I'll be able to add to people who have chucked over £10 into it. That's to an extra picture after you guys to say thank you very much. So thanks very much. Where's my Ruston? It's at the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. So thank you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And I will call that there. So thank you one and all. Hope you've had a good evening. Thank you for being part of it. It's been good fun. And with that, hopefully, we shall call that thing. Take care, everybody, and remember that we have tomorrow will be a Twitch stream, so hopefully we'll see you on the Twitch stream tomorrow. And with that, thank you very much, and good night, basically. I think that's the main thing. Thank you for joining us, have a good one, and stay safe. Good night.